That's the way to make an entrance, Joker.
What?
Nothing.
I was just testing everything out.
It seems to be working well.
Two, three, four. 1, 2, 3. So much for that dual vlog today there, homie.
Well, when I got ready for it, you were already back home from riding, remember?
I was ready for it. You were napping.
I fell asleep.
Napping.
Oh, yeah, it is napping, but I fell asleep.
No.
Sweet, there's chat. All right.
Where's the fucking protection? God damn it, I lost my cell phone. Oh, I'm on it. Never mind.
So, Bubba, you already took this thing live?
Yeah, we're already live.
Well,
You should have
welcome.
probably started with that.
Hey, are y'all getting an echo replay on y'all sound?
No, I'm getting no echo on my end.
No, I've got no echo.
Oh. YouTube.
Motherfuckers.
So you gonna kick this thing off, Bubba?
No, I'll let you take it over.
It's your live stream, bro.
All right, fine. All right, everyone. Welcome to hopefully the first of many rotating streams for up and coming motovloggers. We've got Rusty Moto over here. We got Uncaged Joker, and we got Knuckles TV. Plus, it looks like we got quite a few y'all up in chat. We got Fatboy R6, 209 Moto, JMax 707, Sam, Malik James. Welcome, everyone. There's Salvadorian Boy. What's up? So, hang out, take questions, chit chat, whatever.
So we came up with this idea of the rotating channel. So Bubba's the first one to kick it off. Hopefully it goes pretty well. want to give a big thanks to Knuckles for joining us. That was unexpected.
Appreciate it, y'all. I appreciate y'all having me, man.
Oh, anytime. So how's everybody's weekend going so far?
Mine's going good. The son just took off to the movies, and me and the wife are just sitting here. I'm enjoying all this here, drinking my natty night.
You can't beat that, man.
No, sir, that's how it is. Is it raining over there? Is it raining on your side?
Nope, no rain over here yet.
Crazy over here. Exactly where you at, Bubba? Ain't you in like San Antonio area?
No, I'm on like northeast San Antonio.
Northeast San Antonio.
Oh my God, I don't believe it. It actually worked on my iPhone this time.
Oh, wow. Now the party can start.
No more rants, no more, not what happened last time when Rusty read the 36 curse word rant that I went on. Why does it have me in on this account? What am I showing up as for you guys?
Matt.
It defaulted to my other account. Nice. Lovely. All right. Well, maybe it didn't work as well as I thought. Let's try that again.
God damn it.
Okay, while Matt goes through his normal
Again.
I did anybody that watched that 300 that last video I made, I can't remember what the heck it was. I made like 4 last week. Crazy. Knuckles actually was the winner. I think he had 1,700 and I actually paid 1,800 or vice versa. Anyway, he was the closest to the price on the Magna.
Oh,
You paid
hell
1,800?
yeah.
Damn.
So what did I say on that? I think it was, they get a video dedicated to just shouting them out. But since your channel's bigger than mine, I don't know that that's going to do you any good. But I'll give you all that, Knuckles.
Oh man, it'll do me plenty good. I'm pretty sure there's quite a bit of people on your channel that don't follow mine, so I appreciate that, brother.
That's why these things are so good, and you get different people in. You just spreads it out. Actually, get sit down and chat. I like it, man.
Hey, look, the right account.
Oh, see, look, 6pin over there in the side chat, man. 6pin. He said, "I see Knuckles get on this live stream, but not me and Fat Boy's live stream." That's because I wasn't able to, man.
Just to let everybody know, I do not have the tablet or other phone or anything else going right now for the side chat. So if anybody's asking questions, I'm not going to see them.
Get your shit together.
Hey, I just got home. I had to stop for beer and cigars, and we wound up at a graduation party that the wife's like, yeah, no problem. We'll be home. No problem. And I'm looking as the clock's ticking. I'm like, it's 6:20. And she's like, oh, okay. Well, let's go around and start saying goodbye to everybody. I'm like, see ya. We got to go.
At least we got the kickoff. I mean, Bubba was on top of it. He had it ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah, that was nice. That was so much smoother than when we run it.
Trying to make the first one smooth, so.
Well, my defense, it was you and I, and you didn't show up.
Oh, I was there. Trust me, I just wasn't there. Yeah, I was having a meltdown with technical issues.
Man, the first live stream I tried to do, I ended up not being able to do it. I couldn't figure none of that stuff out.
Road rage is a part of when we first started doing these. What we doing? We did them once a week, didn't we? Road rage.
Yeah, it was about that.
Yeah, I see Chase over there in the side chat, man. Thanks for showing up, Mister the old two clutch who doesn't motovlog anymore.
He's doing something different, and it looks like it's going to be cool. But I don't know, man. I still think that two clutch name needs to stay, because that works with cars as it does with bikes. And look at Damon at DDE. I mean, his channel is Daily Driven Exotics, but everybody knows it's Damon running the channel. So, I mean, and the guys at Supercar Suspects and all that, y'all. I mean, you still know their names.
Well, I think you should have kept two cuts and just, fanned it out. It's like, I don't have videos of everything anymore. You're thirsty?
I think you should do a play on his name and say Chase-ing, so it's Chase-ing Cars.
That's not too bad.
So you get a little booze in me, I come up with good ideas. They usually end badly, but at least I come up with good ideas. So what's been going on with everybody?
Nothing really. When pick up some It's a Boy cigars at a local cigar shop today.
Ah.
Yeah, not me, not my family. But a friend didn't know where to pick up cigars, so I had to go pick up those cigars for him. And stopped over at Cycle Gear for some sales they had going on.
I've just been running around. I had that open house and everything yeah.
Those are always fun.
And then I was going to take the bike out earlier, but it looked like it was going to dump down rain, and that was the forecast. And it hasn't rained all day. Well, I take that back. It sprinkled a little bit earlier when I was coming home from getting the window replaced. Our front window, my youngest, broke.
Okay.
So.
Hey, Bubba, I saw that backpack you got from How do you like it, man?
Oh, it's so much nicer compared to the old styrofoam one that was in it. It's perfect.
Sweet.
I only paid, like $25 for it.
Oh, nice.
Trying to see if we can get some more guys in here real fast.
So I'm gonna start off with a question. So usually, what I like to is about how long you've been riding.
Go ahead and answer that one, Rusty.
Don't start, bro.
Flintstone days.
How? What year did you start riding, Rusty?
First year Mike's motorcycle was invented.
I can't remember, but I think they come up in a live stream. What was it when we had the wheels we carved out of stone? And
Dang.
I'd say probably like 84.
Oh God.
Is that 1884 or 1984?
1984.
Dude, my wife just said I wasn't even born yet. Shit.
I was in the making.
She was in the making, she says.
Oh, we got Ginger here.
Well, then I feel yeah. All right. So who else is going to tell us what year they started riding?
I can go. Yeah, I've been riding since actual street bikes. Been maybe it was about 23, 24. So it's been 20 years since I've been riding. I'm 20.
Shoot, I've been riding since 2013, so 5 years.
Nice.
I started on a little Yamaha Enduro 60 in 1978.
Dude.
Dude, I think that's the same bike I started on. And about the same year, actually.
Sounds like a fun
red
bike.
red and white. What was it? Like a JT? It was a JT1, I think it is. I don't remember if the JT1 was the 60 or the 100 cc, but yep, it was an old 4-speed Yamaha Enduro, red and white.
Nice.
My dad said that the one we got was a 50 board out 70. Some little girl was racing it, and it was green when he got it, but he painted it yellow with a black stripe down the middle. That was pretty cool. That was probably around 80, 79 or 80. I was about 7 or 8, I think. It was like I learned how to ride a bicycle one summer, and then the next summer he had me on a motorcycle. So
Oh, wow.
that's what it felt like, anyway.
And then the next bike that I went to from there was
2014
what was that?
for me. For street bikes.
Then I graduated high school. I wanted a ZX6E, and my dad said no, so I gave up motorcycles for about 20 years. And I've been riding for about 2 now, I guess, on street, and it's like never stopped.
I stopped riding street in, let's say it was 96 when I was in California. I came back from California, and I was riding pretty much bare knuckle, hardtail, choppers
Ouch.
out there with a 10 over Springer, and it was. I mean, I came back and I didn't ride, and I kept saying I was going to get back on a bike and never did, and then had some health issues and surgeries, and decided I wasn't going to put it off anymore, so I went in 16 and bought a new bike. So
Shoot, I'm still riding my first bike.
I wish I still had my second bike. I rode that JT. I had that JT, that little.
I should
JT
still be on my
60
first, but I wrecked it.
And I had a Honda MR50. I used to call it the Mr. 50. But the next bike that I had was it was basically a cheater bike that a guy that I knew was racing in a class that he shouldn't have been in with it. because he had it was an '84 Yamaha or Kawasaki KDX 80, and what he had done is put a KX80 engine in it, but he had bored it out to ridiculous levels, and it was pretty much stupid the amount of power that little bike was putting out for the size. And it was just, they caught him and they're like, yeah, you can't race this bike anymore. He's like, well, I'm just going to sell it because I'm moving up a class. So I wound up buying that from him, and he moved on to something else. And that's when I really had a need for speed that bike had, either given me or terrified me of. I'm not sure which.
I couldn't even name you the motorcycles I've had in the last 5 years, let alone my entire life.
Yeah, that's dude.
Yeah, I've went through a few.
A few? I think a few is
Honestly,
an understatement there.
Back and right now, try to remember them. I can't.
God, I'm trying to think because I know there was a couple of GSXRs, wasn't there? And then I know there was an R1 and R6.
Damn.
There were, I think, 4 different R6s.
Yeah. How many R1s did you have?
Just one R1.
Okay. And then how many Suzukis did you have? Just the GSXRs?
I had what did I have? I had 2 600s. Two. No, take that back. I had 3, and then I had 1 750 and 1,000.
What up?
What's up, fat boy?
Oh, fat boy.
What's up, man?
Fat boy in the house. You had that
What's going on?
M109 too, Rusty.
Oh yeah, that was a heavy bike.
Oh, you think? And there goes Joker. He hates
something
us.
about he has to cut his lawn.
Is that a metaphor?
Dropped out too.
Oh. Beer, beer, beer. I love to drink the beer.
Me too.
Dude, I've been drinking this Founder's Porter, and it's 3 things that I'm not, because it says right on it, dark, rich, and sexy. But it's so good.
That boy, what's the weather like over there, man?
Shoot, like 89.
Yeah. Must be nice.
This morning was nice. When I was talking to Holler Moto, it was like 73, 76, something like that.
Yeah.
We've been rocking 90s here.
Oh, it's been at like 110 for the last 3 days.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It was low 90s today for me.
Yeah, I think that's where we're at.
It's been like 74 all day here inside the house. So yeah.
That makes it nice
Well,
and
try to
comfy.
do anything. Max said it's been 100 over there.
Oh, dang. So one thing I do not like about Texas is the heat.
Oh yeah, man, it's ridiculous.
Plus, you riding on a motorcycle that produces more heat.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And then wearing a full face and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only problem I have is when I'm at a stoplight, so that's why I run the red.
Yeah.
Sorry, officer, I just didn't want to burn up. It's a health issue, sir.
Work.
When I'm sitting in my garage, I almost feel like I should kick my camera on now too, you know, so we can all, you know, now that we were just, you know, staring at Ginger's hip. God, I hope it was his hip. It was his hip.
Fuck, calm down, man. I never got accused.
There
of
was
being
hip and shirt
dirty.
there, dude.
I was doing something. I set it down.
Oh, we're trying to get those extra followers with that right now.
Play some Shakira. These hips don't lie, baby.
There we go.
Oh, look at this ugly motherfucker shit. Hey, I got some stuff for you.
Getting the cameras doing face reveals.
Hey, did you have
Everybody's seeing my ugly mug.
thought I had it.
What'd you say, fat boy?
I got some stuff for you, man. I'm gonna send it your way for Natty Nights.
Oh hell, appreciate it, man.
Yeah, it finally came in. Now I got this hat right here from Careless.
Yeah, that's sweet. I like that.
All right, so Moto Carrier is asking what's our dream bikes if money and logistics are not an issue.
I'm gonna say a Ducati Panigale.
All right, so Moto Carrier is asking what's our dream bikes.
Whoa.
Money and logistics are not an issue.
Somebody's got their speakers on, and I just, wow. It was very Twilight Zone-ish. Or Acid Flashback, could go either way.
Hey, check out my birdies. Check out my birdies, guys.
Dang. Son Cage got his going.
Two Clutch just messaged me about jumping in if there's room. I just saw that pop up. Oh, pardon me. It's not Two Clutch anymore. It's Chase Simonic.
That sounds silly.
Hey, what was yours again, fat boy? Okay, I didn't.
Oh, it was Ducati Panigale.
Oh, yeah, bikes. I was supposed to answer that. Sorry, Carrie. Honestly, for me, it's simple. I mean, I want either a new ZX6R or even an FZ07. I mean, I don't track. I don't need anything outrageous. I like those two and would like to add them to the garage. I mean, everybody wants a BMW S1000 RR, but
I don't want one.
I don't either. I'm actually for mine, man. Mine actually is I'm not gonna lie. I think I have my dream bike, man. My Ultra Classic. I just want a newer version of it. I love that bike. That thing is it's sweet, man. It's great for long trips. I wouldn't mind having a detachable trunk just to be able to pop that on and off, and make it a little lighter for around town. But other than that, I love it.
You know, I don't know about Dream Bike, but I like to get the Honda 911, the 919, the CD 900F, little Street Fighter. Mostly because insurance lists it as a cruiser, but it's got a detuned Fireblade in it. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah.
I think 911 is what you dial after you ride one of those.
Maybe. That's what people call when they see you zip by with the wheel in the air.
Yep.
Hey, Knuckles.
Yes, sir.
How much wheelies is your bike?
How much what?
How much wheelies is your bike?
Woo, shit. I don't even want to know, man. I tried to wheel it one time. I ain't gonna lie.
I've got something I've been meaning to send you for like a long time now, and one day I'll get it in the mail to you.
Oh, you're good, man. I appreciate it, brother. Thanks.
One day I'll make that happen.
Hey,
They'll show up at the same time that those rusty old Jixer shirts hit my mailbox.
That wasn't fair, man. That was a low blow.
But it was funny.
No, it was not. I told you, if you can wear a large, I found a large and a medium in the closet. You give me your address, I'll ship one out to you.
I don't think I could do a large, man.
There's probably about 20 buried in that closet.
I'd be wearing a belly shirt with my Glock hanging out. And yes, I did say Glock. Which I don't mind. I occasionally open carry, but I don't want to be the guy walking around with a belly shirt.
Yes, you do.
And nobody else wants me to be the guy walking around with a belly shirt either. Trust me.
Looking like some Tommy boy.
Tommy boy.
I'm not that bad, but I've gone up. I've given up on the 6-pack. I've gone for the pony keg.
Keg's always better though.
Yeah.
Did everybody answer that question about their dream bike? I don't think I did. I don't have one. I just grab what I want at the time.
Did you answer it, Rusty?
I just did.
Right? Yeah, I didn't even catch it, man. It's been Let's not go there.
Rusty just goes in his garage and just selects which one he wants.
Yeah, I hate it. Walks out. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It's like, we'll take the number 8 bike today.
I've only got 5 right now.
Right now.
Right now.
I have no more room.
That's a
Man,
lie.
You need a bigger garage.
Yeah.
I do have a bigger garage. I'd really like to get an older R1 like the one that got totaled out, Willow. That was my baby.
I still think you need the complete set of those. You need the R1, the R6, and the R3.
Oh, the shop here in town's got an R1, an older R1 that's got an extended swing arm on it, and Nas mounted right up in there. Looks pretty cool.
That wouldn't work for the riding I do.
Make it work.
I just about wiped out today on the street ride. I'd hate to imagine Nos and an extended swing arm.
It was actually not too bad. It actually looked like stock almost. Not like those Busa boys.
I'm gonna put an 18-inch extended swing arm on my Ninja 250. I'm sorry, you're gonna what?
I'm gonna put an extended swing arm on my V-Star.
Do it on a Grom.
I've seen it on a Grom.
Then do a Panigale swap.
What?
I talked to Jesse Norton the other day from Yamaha R3Racing.com, and they do like a bunch of R3 stuff. He's in one of the groups that I'm in with the R3s, and they're actually, we were talking about motor swaps the other day, and it's like, you know, how cool would it be for Yamaha to release something like the R3 style, but like FZ07 level power? You know, something that's kind of that mid-range between, like, that step between the R3 and the R6. You know, to do something like that, and they were exploring some pretty interesting engine swaps, like a Banshee 350. And it's like,
Nuts.
a Banshee 350 and an R3. All right.
Would that even fit? That'd be awesome, though.
Yeah, it'd be different. It'd definitely be interesting.
I remember when they were talking about coming out with the Banshee 500 before they decided not to make any Banshees anymore.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Yamaha's lineup, that would actually fit in there pretty good. I mean, they've already got the FZ07 as a base, or MT07 it is now, but they've got the R3 and the MT03, which you can't get the MT03 here, which is the naked version of the R3. Everything's the same. They just put fairing on it. How hard would it be to do an FZ07 and just put fairings on it and make it look like a sport bike for people that want a sport bike between the R3 and the R6?
Yeah, it'd be pretty nice.
At that point, you've got something. I mean, because look at the Ninja 650. That bike is extremely popular. So
you're saying they should make like a R7?
I think
that's kind of what I'm thinking, but a what?
An R4.5. You said halfway between the R3 and the R6.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, I mean, R7 would work, but then it's going to get confusing, obviously, between, well, I don't know, but look at the R1. So yeah, R7 would work.
It would.
I mean,
Rocket.
Was there not an R7 in the late 90s? They're really rare.
There was. Because Suzuki's the only class that makes a 700 plus 750. But then back then they also had the R7 in the early 90s. And then they had the Kawasaki ZX7.
yeah.
And then I think Honda had something equivalent to that in that back in the day, but they just said, I was actually watching a video about it. They were saying that why doesn't the other manufacturers make a 750 class anymore or a 700 class anymore?
I've wondered about that, but I mean,
but Suzuki's the only one that makes it, and it's actually the same. It's the same plastics, the same wheelbase and everything. They just put a little bigger motor in it.
Yeah, it's just a motor swap, motor and computer swap.
Yeah.
Airbox.
but really, I mean, between the 600 and the 1000, how much of a market is there for it? I mean, you're kind of muddling it up at that point. I mean, unless you're building it for a specific race class.
Right.
You know, like, but
that's
I mean,
another thing they were saying too is that how much of a market would or how much revenue would it make? Would it give him to, go into R&D for a 700 sport bike class? Will they lose money off of it? I don't know.
Maybe, because if you've already got it and you've been doing it and just haven't stopped like Suzuki did, or, it is just a swap like that, then it wouldn't be bad. But then, you're kind of, the other manufacturers would be starting from scratch. And then you look at, okay, how much of a middle ground performance do you need between an R6 and an R1? And then you've got, like the ZX6R. Okay, it's a 636 as opposed to like a 599, or it's still 600 class. But that extra, 36 cubes kind of helps with a lot of the low end and stuff like that, around town compared to an R6, which makes all of its power up top. The GSXR I never looked into because, one, I never liked the headlight design of them.
No.
But, and then, I don't know, between like the CBR 600 and the 1000, is there really a market there for that much performance above a 600, but below a 1000?
Unless you're taking it to the track, and it, just speaking from going through so many bikes that I've, just for myself anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, unless you're tracking it for that race class, or, just drag racing against somebody light to light, then to me it doesn't make sense. I don't see that the companies would put money into it.
Honestly, I think I could have more fun on like an R3, Ninja 400, Ninja 300, and in the mountain riding I do than I would on a bigger bike. Today I spent half a day, and the funnest part of my day was chasing a Hayabusa through the mountains, and he couldn't lose me. And I was on a Harley street rod.
I'll tell you what would be fun though is something like take the CBR 250 or the CBR 300 engine, let Honda release that in the ground.
That'd be nice.
Where was I?
There's people doing the swaps, but
yeah,
I've seen somebody take a CBR 600RR motor and put it in a Honda Grom.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I know there was somebody that did a Panigale swap in one too.
Yeah, that was sick looking.
I had to look this up.
Of course, I also saw somebody do a CBR 1000 RR in a go-kart.
Yeah, that'd be sweet as fuck.
For about 4 seconds.
or take a Gixxer 1000 motor and put it in a jet ski.
Yep, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Did you see the Busa motor in a jet ski?
Yeah, I've seen that too.
That thing fucking flew across the lake.
Somebody put I want to say it was a Busa motor in a riding lawnmower.
Holy shit!
Just think how long it'd take you to mow the lawn.
5 seconds.
Right?
Did you see the one that Honda just did?
Oh yeah.
190 horsepower in a lawnmower. They based it on a cart and basically built the lawnmower around it. They did one like that before. It did like 130 or something like that. And they're like, oh, well, we want to take it to the next level. And it's like, it's a fucking lawnmower. It does 130 miles. So, yeah, they took it to the next level. This one did like 152 or something. It's like, I don't want to go 152 miles an hour in a lawnmower.
Right.
I kind of do, but
I want to go fast.
then the other part of me is like, that's kind of my whole Need for Speed thing. It's like, I want to go fast. And then on the flip side of that, it's like, I'm 45 years old. I've got a blown out spine. Most of my internals have been removed. I'm pretty much held together with scar tissue and luck at this point. Got a mortgage, a wife, 2 kids, 1 on the way. Do I really want to jump on a 150-mile-an-hour lawnmower?
Yes.
Yes, you do.
I mean, yes, I still kind of do, but should I jump on a 150-mile-an-hour lawnmower? Probably not.
Yeah, you should. You'll be fine. Just wear your helmet.
Yeah, so that way they can identify what's left of me by my dental records.
Exactly.
And definitely take a camera along.
Well, we found this goo, but this helmet's got this head in it. So does this look like him?
Now, if they put the blades on that thing, would it at some point turn into a helicopter?
I was kind of wondering that. I mean, at what point? Because those blades are spinning off that engine.
Yeah. That would be sketchy.
As I'm standing out here looking at my bike in the garage, I'm reminded, and I know, Rusty, you will remember this. Do you remember a certain live stream with MTRR?
Oh, the one where he took us along on the ride to go get beer, I believe.
Yeah. Dude, I did not know motorcycles could be that loud. That thing, I don't know what that exhaust is that he has on there, but I'm pretty sure it's just straight piped and is made to look like a muffler. And he's live on this thing with his mic and just ripping down the road, going to the store to get beer and I think a cigar. And holy shit, I was like, mute him, somebody stop him. It sounded like he had the phone hanging at the end of his exhaust when he was taking off. It was just brutally loud. Hey, good news though is my tire did scrub back in after the gender reveal.
Dude, that was awesome.
You still in your factory tire?
Yeah, I haven't burned through it yet. Those tires are good they're hard wearing tires. I just haven't got around to swapping them out yet. It's one of the things to do, but I mean, for the riding that I do, I can't really justify it for the extra grip. I mean, because most of my stuff is like city and, some back roads. But if I was riding like in Rusty's area with the mountains and stuff like that, oh yeah, they would have been gone like day 2. But I mean, around here, it's mostly flat and it's just like, state highways and stuff.
Like Kansas.
Yeah. So yeah, it works all right. I mean, it's got chicken strips because I'm definitely not leaning that tire over that far because I have a couple times and I know better. So, but yeah, they'll probably, I mean, when they wear down or I get annoyed enough of them, they'll probably be like some Diablo Rossos or something like that going on there.
There you go.
I just had to buy brand new tires.
That's never cheap.
Actually, these ones were. I got a brand new set of battle axes for $150.
Oh wow.
Each.
And all I needed was the rear, but the guy wouldn't sell just one. He sold them in sets. So I had to buy the front one too.
Oh.
Yeah, I just bought a new front one like 3 weeks ago.
Oh.
So now I have a spare front.
It'll wear out eventually, right?
Hopefully.
I wanted to get one of the Shinko smoke bombs for the reveal, and I was just gonna burn it down to the ground, but I couldn't find. They didn't make them in the size that I needed. I was like, oh, come on. Because those things, I saw somebody do a gender reveal with one of those, and those were wicked. Those things just roll smoke like no other.
That'd be fun.
But they actually, which is, I don't know why they did it, but they discontinued them because the red smoke looked too pink. And it's like, dude, that's the perfect market. Use them for a gender reveal.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like, oh, these were discontinued because they, the red smoke looks too pink and people were complaining about it. It's like, all right. But yeah, if I'd had one of those, I'd have really pissed my wife off with a burnout in the driveway. So, as it was, it worked all right. I wasn't real happy with what it was supposed to be for the bag for the burnout, but then again, I wasn't real happy with the company either when I paid for 3-day shipping and it showed up 11 days later.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I was, well, actually, no, it was priority shipping because it was supposed to be 2-day going from Atlanta to Michigan. So it was supposed to be here on Monday of the day that I was going to do the gender reveal. And it showed up, it was 11 days total. And we wound up doing it, I think it was on a Tuesday we wound up doing it. It was a following Monday that we did it. A week after we were supposed to. So yeah, I was not even remotely amused with that situation or their customer service when I called them and I'm like, hey, I need this for a gender reveal. Is there a way I can get you, like, can I pay for one of these and have you overnight it or whatever? Because this is just not here. And the company's response was, have you checked with the post office? So I contacted them back and I'm like, yeah, it's lost. They have no idea where it is or what's going on. And and they never responded to me.
Why are you hiding out in chat, Rusty?
I'm just hanging out.
Just sitting back, relaxing for once.
Probably not far from another nap, you know.
Yeah, old guys. As I moan and groan, leaning over to pick up my beer.
Hey, just think about it, Road Rage. You're going to be like, what, 65 or around 63 or so when your last kid goes to college?
Burn.
I'll be 65 when my youngest graduates high
I
school.
got a plan for that.
Which I say that, and I can't get anyone to leave the house. So,
see, I don't know what the girl's gonna do that's coming, but Luke is like that kid's a genius. I just hope he uses his power for good. he's pretty much way ahead. He's like 3 grades ahead of where he's actually at in school. So him, I'm not really worried about if he sticks with it, because they'll be giving him, you know, full rides, or he'll be like
What?
a superhero or something for something he's invented. Now, see, the youngest that I have right now, he's my concern. Him, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to have to worry about college, because it's going to be 2 options of my oldest is going to have him as his arch nemesis, and he'll be in some evil lair in a volcano somewhere. Or doing life without parole.
J-Mac, what's up?
What's up, J-Mac?
Hey, what's cracking, guys?
What's up?
How y'all doing?
Good, good.
Living the dream.
Hell yeah.
Hey, show us that little dino over there, man. Is it over there?
You want to see my baby, man?
Yeah, man.
Oh, check this out. Let me show you something. I got these new pegs. I don't know how the hell. Let me see if I can reverse this camera.
Yeah, those are the ones you ordered, huh? Custom ones?
Yeah. Man, let me see if I can.
Yeah, I gotta do something.
They're all brass, solid brass. Legit.
Killer. I went to that dude's Instagram, man, and looked at his work, man. He's got a lot of nice work, dude.
Hell yeah, man. I just got these in the mail. I did that little mail video that I was talking about I was going to do. And I literally just recorded that, and then I got that invitation to watch the live stream with you guys. So I clicked over to that. So I've been watching that ever since. I didn't get to edit the video yet. I was gonna get a damn beer before you guys rudely interrupted me. Shit.
Which one you drinking now?
Oh, I'm drinking that Lagunitas little something.
What is it?
Lagunitas, bro.
Lagunitas.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
Nah, it's all about that Shiner beer.
Yeah, man, it's 7.5%.
So that's a local there or what?
Yeah, this is Sonoma County right here. This is a county away from me.
Right on.
Hell yeah, bro. You got to get on that local brew, man.
Nah, no, I hear you.
Ooh. That's good.
I can't afford those lagers, man. I gotta stick with my little natty light, man.
I feel you, brother.
Man, that's what my mother-in-law drinks.
Natty light.
Yeah, she offers me them, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm straight.
Bro Rage, what you got again?
Founder's Porter, baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Dark, rich, and sexy. 3 things that I'm not.
That's good shit.
I'm going all local tonight.
Yeah.
Got my Asylum 13 cigar from Tom Lazuka, who owns a company, who's a local guy here. And Christian Roa. I mean, I'm just
Damn, that's nice.
rocking out Michigan.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Doesn't look like I'll have a lightning storm on this live stream like I did on the last one. I was standing out here, man, and you just see all hell breaking loose in the background. It's like, yeah, I'm going back in here now.
That was
At
pretty
one point,
cool.
they're like, "Is that thunder that I'm hearing?" And it's like, "Yeah, it's."
That's crazy, bro. Yesterday I was riding to work and it's been hot as hell over here, over 100 degrees like every day for the past week, and it started raining on me yesterday on my ride to work. Like, what the fuck? That's just crazy.
Today, but it was take the Jeep in, man, and it was the coolant reservoir was leaking for some reason, so they ended up replacing it. But I was gonna get out and ride, but it was hot as hell too. And then afternoon, man, it just started pouring down rain too over here. So, and it rained for a good, I don't know, probably an hour or two, but it's cooled it down though.
I wish it cool it down here. It's hot as hell and humid as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday it was hot as hell, and then after it rained, it just got way too damn humid.
I'm just looking at my garage. I need to tackle that tomorrow.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It is a hot mess.
Yeah, I was looking at mine today too. I'm thinking about doing it too.
Well, I got my grill pushed off to the side. I got all the stuff on the side. I got all the stuff that we took out of one of the kids' rooms over here, and a mattress stacked up, and then the other vacuum. I got my bike wedged in, and I've got a dresser that we picked up because we're switching rooms around and making my oldest room the baby's room, and one of his friends' moms, she's like, "Hey, I got you're having a girl, so I got, some girl stuff I'm gonna drop off." So I was like, "Okay, cool, no problem." So I figured it'd be a couple bags of stuff, maybe at most. This dude showed up in an F-150, and he took the tonneau cover off the back, and it was completely just packed. And I'm like, "What the fuck am I gonna do with all this?" So we start pulling stuff out, and it's huge, like industrial garbage bags full of stuff. And I'm like, "Okay, I got no place to put this." So we just start stacking bags in the garage, and Janine's like piling them on top of the dresser and everything. And I'm like, "All right, cool." And he's like, "No, man, we're not done." I'm like, "What do you mean we're not done?" He's like, "Oh yeah, the whole inside of the truck is full too." So quad cab, he opens up the back, he starts pulling stuff out. There's walkers and high chairs and more bags, and there's literally, I will not have to buy clothes for this kid. 0 to 12 months, we are covered. There's probably 400 outfits in there that they just bombed to us, and then high chair and walker and all this crazy stuff. And he's still pulling stuff out, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I realized that after you guys were gone, I left 2 more bags of stuff, so I dropped those off too. They're on your porch." I was like, "Holy shit." We went through, there's like 68 pairs of shoes, and half of them still got the damn tag on them, never been worn. So I'm like, that's cool, but I mean, that's awesome, but I need space.
Yeah, you gotta have your room. Shit.
Yeah.
And then I got Luke's rat rod scooter project that we did in here, and Archer's little 4-wheeler, and I mean, this is like, all right, check this out.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the mountain bikes, there's Archer's scooter, and there's Luke's little rat rod hot rod project that we're working on. Pile of books down here. And I mean, all right, close. Workbench area's packed up. Close. Walker, close. High chair, close. There's a big ass bag of shoes in here somewhere, and I have no idea where it's at. I got my bike. I mean, all the stuff from his room in there. I'm like, I can't even get in my garage right now. I mean, look at this. It took axle grease and a shoehorn to get my bike in here. I just wedged that up. I'm like, I'm just going to put it in front of the dresser, and as long as I got a spot, I'll kickstand turn it to get it out and shoot between the cars, and I'm good.
I like the
color. You got more room than I do.
Oh, yeah. that color, I love that color, that matte gray metallic. It's dusty right now and dirty,
Yeah.
but that, oh man, I ordered that before it was even launched, before the
Man, that thing
dealership
looks
even knew
sweet.
that it was coming. Because I saw the prototype shots of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I contacted somebody at Yamaha, and I was like, "Hey, is this going to be a launch color?" And they're like, "Well, we're not allowed to say." And I'm like, "I understand that. So is this going to be a launch color?" And he's like, "Yeah, you can't tell anybody." So I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Just be like, yeah, let me get a pre-order.
So I go into the dealership, and I'm like, they're like, "Hey, what are you looking for?" And I'm like, "You got a red and white R3?" And they're like, "No, we got a black one." I'm like, "Okay, then I want to order a matte gray 2016. And they're like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Matte gray 2016. I want to order one." And they're like, "We don't have any info on the 2016s, much less color or anything else." So I said, "Okay, here's the deal." I said, "It's going to be coming. So here's some money. Give me a receipt." I had to fight with him for like an hour to get him to take my money. I'm like, "Just take the money. Take the money for the bike. Here's the deposit. If it shows up in the order system for matte gray, order it. If the colors show up and it's not a matte gray, call me and I'll figure out another color." And they're like, "Okay, whatever." And they call me like 2 months later and they're like, "Holy shit, you're not going to believe what just popped up in our system." I said, "Matte gray R3? They're like, "Yep." I said, "Okay, order it."
That's
And
good shit.
they're like, "How did you know that?" And I said, "Well, I may or may not know somebody on the inside." So they were like, "That's awesome. Can you get us our FZ07s that are lost?" I said, "Let me see what I can do." So I got in contact with a guy, and I'm like, "Hey, this is the dealership that I ordered my bike at. They're missing a couple of FZ07s. Can you help them out?" And he's like, "Yeah, let me see what I can do." And they called me back the next day, and they're like, "I don't know who you talked to or what you did, but these things are dropping off tomorrow."
Ah, damn.
Yeah.
And I said, "You're welcome."
Shoot.
Damn. Your next bike should be on them.
But yeah, really.
Well, hey, J Mac and Rusty, isn't that about the same color that the Dyna comes in, huh? That gray and black.
Yep.
That denim color.
Yeah, the black denim.
Yeah.
It's like a,
Yeah,
it's like a
I
dark
actually I talked to a guy today that had one of those.
What?
And I was looking at it, and I showed him pictures of mine, and it's almost the same color. The Yamaha is about 2 shades darker, and it has the metallic in it.
I actually dig that color scheme, man. It's pretty cool. Blue, blue's my favorite color, but that color scheme there, man, is nice. I like that.
I'm thinking about changing it up. I like it, but I don't know. I'm thinking about doing something different with it. I guess it's kind of, I may just pick up extra fairings, and have it done, because I work with somebody that owns a body shop. So she's like, "Hey, if you want to change the color of your bike over the winter, just drop the fairings off, and it'll just cost you, whatever for materials."
Right.
She's like, "And we'll just paint them." So she's like, "And just pick it up." She said, "We'll put it in a rotation when we get free time and downtime, and we'll paint it and get it back to you. Because if it's winter here, there's no rush. I mean, our riding season ends late October and comes back around April. So I'm thinking that next season it may be McLaren orange."
Oh shit. McLaren orange, huh?
Yeah. Like that McLaren 570. I'm thinking about that color hard.
Orange is a good
Man.
color.
That's gonna be some bright ass shit, man. Everybody's gonna see you like a mile away, like a big ass caution cone.
Just
It's
means
funny.
I'll try to hit for more.
It's funny you mentioned that, because there was something that came over the I follow one of the police scanners on, like, the local police scanners on Facebook, and there was a call that came in the other day. They're like, mid-20s naked black male with a cone on his head directing traffic, like, at this major intersection. Dude standing out there
Holy
just
shit.
completely naked with a road cone, orange road cone on his head, just directing traffic. It's like, alrighty.
Oh my god. That's dirty.
I'm like, I love this town. I love Flint, Michigan, buddy. It is
Hey, J-Mac,
never
those are
boring
short
around
shots,
here.
Short shots on there?
My shot? What?
Yeah. Those are short shots, right?
Yeah. The exhaust, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you got a cam in there, dude? Because man, when that thing idles, that thing sounds sick.
Nah, bro, it's just stock, bro.
Is it stock?
Yeah. I mean, it has like the fueling oil pump in it. I don't think that really did anything but like really boost the pressure. Like,
Yeah. No,
but nah, this thing it
bike sounds good.
loud, bro. When it's riding, holy shit! In that video that I was talking about with the earbuds, these are those ones right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are the ones I usually wear when I'm riding. It's the plug phones.
Oh yeah, I got a set of plug phones. I like them. I don't have the
They're legit.
Bluetooth one, but I have the ones that plugs in.
Yeah, those are tight too. I mean, either one would work hella good. When I'm riding, I don't like it when like the cord's flying everywhere, catching on my arms and stuff.
Right. I actually took a call the other day. I was pulling up to a stoplight and my phone rang. And a guy called and I was able to have a conversation without having to do anything. That was kind of cool.
Shit, that's legit. I know I usually tuck mine up in my helmet, like the microphone part. And people can hear me pretty good. It's a trip.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think they'd be able to hear me at all, but I guess they can. That's tight.
Over about 40 miles an hour, they can't hear me. The wind noise is just bad.
My Cena, I was surprised as to how good it sounds. I mean, you can tell that you're on Bluetooth when you're talking to somebody, but I talked to my wife one day coming back from work, and she's like, hey, can you pick this up? And I'm like, no, I'm on the bike. And she's like, oh, I thought you were in the car on your Bluetooth. Where are you at? I said, I'm on I-69. And she's like, well, I'm going to let you go. I don't want you sitting on the side of the road taking a phone call. I'm like, you're like 85 miles an hour. And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm around like 85.
Shorts on the shirt.
And she's like, I can't even tell. She's like, it just sounds like you're in the car on the Bluetooth. So I think that's what I need to do is just pick up the Bluetooth back for my Cena, and that'll cure my wind noise problems that I've been having. I have no idea why, but my helmet got loud.
If any of you guys, have you tried the Momentum that's in the helmet?
No.
Dude, I guess that thing, it's really good, like with the wind noise, and I guess there's like this button you can push, like that like deadens all the sound around you, so it makes it hella quiet inside the helmet. I want to try one of those.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like $300.
Yeah, I'm in need of a helmet anyway, because the helmet that I use right now, the wind noise is so bad in it, I can't stand it.
See, that's what my Bell's doing. I had a Bell Qualifier DLX, and one of the reasons that I bought it was that it has the transitions shield on it, which I will never be without again. I don't care how much it costs. Just not having to carry an extra shield, and that thing just transitions just like, like the automatic window tint and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it gets, like, compared to the glasses, it works so much better, is so much faster, and gets so much darker.
No shit.
But I love that thing. But the other reason that I got it was it's got the cutout right on the side of it. So instead of just clamping the Cena in, it actually has a cutout that it snaps into. And that's the other reason I bought that helmet. And it worked fine for, like, I bought it in 2015. And it worked fine from when I was riding, somebody else's bike from 2015 up until, like, the beginning of this year. And nothing has changed. It hasn't been dropped. Nothing has been done to it. But dude, this riding season, that helmet has just got loud as shit.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to get like one of those lane splitters, man. And but those things, they're the ones that I've seen and people doing vlogs with them. They're super loud too. I don't think it'll work.
Yeah, the helmet that I have, it's just a little cheap ass HJC. This guy right here.
Oh yeah.
It's just a cheap ass little helmet. Man, this thing, it does not breathe at all, bro. It has like little vents right here and then one on the mouth, but it's garbage.
Dang.
See, I love that bell that I had or that I've got, but I don't know why. It just got so insanely loud like this season. And I mean, if I replace it, I'll probably replace it with another one of those just because I love that transition shield and I love having the cutout and everything for the Senna. But
yeah,
I mean, I just know that probably 2 to 3 years down the road, instead of 5 like I had planned, that I'm gonna wind up dropping, another $250 for another helmet.
Yeah, that's the bad thing about buying cheaper helmets. I mean, they're cool for a little bit, but when they break in, they get loose and they get loud, and it's just like they just go out,
Flip side of that, I may get that Devil May Care version. It's got the graphic with the pipes and the shark teeth and everything on it. Maybe I'll just do shark teeth graphics on the bike.
With a McLaren color, huh?
Yeah. No, if I do the McLaren color, I'll probably do something with like a really cool like Maltese cross design or something.
Okay.
On the tank.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'll come up with something.
I've been in the works with my cousin. He does paint and body work. And we came up with this paint that I'm going to redo my whole bike with. That's going to be lit. Like, it's going to be almost like the denim black, but it's going to be semi-gloss. And it's going to have a really, really crazy, like, gold flake in it.
Oh, nice.
And it's going to be popping, man.
Ginger, how'd your helmet come out, man? You ended up repainting it all up again, man?
Oh, yeah, hey, Knuckles.
Yeah, hey, what's up?
Hey, bro. We was talking about that, doing the L's and stuff, right?
Yeah.
How y'all want to do that, man?
Man, I don't know. I was thinking about it all day today, man. I even called my brother today, and hey, there's Holler. What's up, brother? I even called my brother today, man, and trying to figure out exactly the best way to try to get it done. So I think he told me that like at Kroger's and stuff down here, man, Kroger's and I think some of the bigger HEBs, they have like a section to where you can go and pick different ones and make your own 6-pack or whatever. Yeah. And so I think what I'm going to do is go there, figure out which breweries are around town here, and then go to those breweries and taste the ones that they have and figure out which ones I like, and then I'm going to send out, you know what I mean? And then go back to and actually buy them there and then shoot them out from there, because I'm not sure if you can buy singles at the actual breweries, man. I don't know. I don't do a lot of breweries as far as, going and buying and sitting there and drinking and stuff. But I think that's going to be the best way for me as far as, to figure out which ones I can buy singles at the store and then be able to send them out. Swap them out or whatever.
Yeah, I know. I've been thinking about how I'm going to do that too. And I just found out today that the brewery from my hometown, it shut down like indefinitely.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude, I was hella mad about that. I was looking around all day for some beer from them, and I finally asked the lady at the service counter. I was like, "Hey, do you have any Mendocino County brews here?" And she's all, "No, let me call the manager." So she called the manager. He looked it up, and he said that they totally went out of business. I was like, "What
Damn.
the hell?" Yeah, like they just straight shut down. So that really sucked. That was some of my favorite beers too.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of them here, man. Like around town here. I mean, you know, I'm a little north of Houston, and then north of me is Conroe, and there's a lot in Conroe, and then there's a lot in Houston. There's even a couple down in Katy, Texas, which is, you know, it's not too far from me either. And so there's quite a bit of breweries here. And as far as, you know, getting out to them, man, it's not, you know, it's not that maybe 20, 30 minutes to each one, you know, it's not that far. So it's not going to be hard for me to find them. What's going to be hard is figuring out which ones I can get singles to where I can send them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
I know I was gonna start a whole series called Brew Ventures, where you go out to like breweries and shit, you know. But then I found out that one went out of business, and that was one of the big ones. You know?
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. So that kind of like shut that down, unless I'm gonna go on for like 45, you know, to an hour ride, you know, out to a brewery and shit.
Right. Well, Giraffe Invasion, man, he did some videos that are called Brews and Bikes and Brews, I think, and that's what they did. They hit different breweries around where he's at. I think he's in Santa Monica, I think.
Oh, okay.
And so they hit different breweries over there, man, and he did a couple of videos like that, which were cool, but. Yeah, man, and then, you know, whenever the idea came up of Bruce swapping, man, that was a cool idea. So yeah, I'm down with that, dude. It's gonna be cool to do it.
Hell yeah.
Now, there's a couple wine runs that guys will do around here. They'll go up in the hill country and go to one of the different wineries and whatnot.
Really?
Yeah.
Man,
that'd be cool.
We have so many wineries around here. Like, if I was going to do that, I can go to a different one every single day in like a 10, 15-minute ride because we have so many of them here.
Right.
It's crazy, man. I live in wine country. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
Like Napa Valley, like all that is right here, right next to me. And I'm literally like a quarter mile from one of the biggest vineyards in the county. It's crazy.
Which one?
So, man, which one you want to know about? Like, I have so many of them around here.
I was out there. I had some friends that lived in Napa, and they got me out there and took me on a wine tour. And, whew, yeah.
Yeah. No, you can get lit real quick, man. You start doing that.
Yeah.
You go
Tell
taste
me about
a bunch of different wines and shit, man. Those things are high content, like 15, 16%. Then you get up to like the real strong ones. Like what do they call them?
The iced wines.
Yeah, like they get strong.
Yeah, they get real strong real quick. You get some of them up like 25%.
Yeah.
30%.
Yeah, drink wine.
Man, I found a wine, and this was back in like 96, 97 when I was out there, that I absolutely fell in love with. And I bought 2 bottles of it when I was out there.
Yeah.
And I tossed one of the bottles when we finished it off, and the other one I was going to save. And the bottle wound up getting broken.
Oh, no.
And I was so drunk that to this day, I still cannot tell you what that wine was. And I still have not found any wine that has ever come close to it.
Oh,
All I know,
Was it a
because
Polo?
I love, like, you know, red wines like Cabernet Sauvignon, and, you know, like the Merlots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this
Damn,
was
you like
like
variety.
this was like a blush wine, and I could not to this day tell you, because we hit like 22 wineries when I was out there, and I was like Courtney Love at the Pamela Anderson roast when we got out of that place. I was like,
Oh shit.
I was like, I don't remember the trip home. I don't remember like anything when we got back to the place that I was staying at, man. And
Damn.
man, I don't remember most of the next day.
No.
Damn.
And I remember we had those 2 bottles of wine, and I finished them off while I was out there, and one of them got broke, and I have no idea what it was. And I've been looking.
It was probably a port.
I'll buy wine
Port.
all the time,
You can-
and I still have not found anything that comes close to that.
Yeah, man. There's this one winery, I forgot what the hell it's called, but it's in Napa, and there's this port that they have. It is like, it's really, really high in alcohol percentage, but it does not taste like it. You could drink the whole bottle and just not even feel like you're drunk until it hits you, and then you end up waking up. You're like, what the hell happened?
Rusty just left.
Uh-oh.
Rusty.
Always gonna be stuck on the same old wheel.
All right, so I got a question for y'all Harley riders. What's up with the rest in peace Dyna stickers?
Because they stopped making
Go
Dynas.
ahead, J-Mac.
They stopped making them?
They stopped making Dynas. They switched over to a soft tail frame.
Oh.
So, yeah. So we got a rest in peace Dyna, bro. Never coming back.
Nope.
The Dynas were so popular, though.
I wouldn't say that. I think they're going to realize their mistake a few years down the road.
I don't really think so. I think that because they've gone to the soft tail frame and they've kind of perfected the soft tail as much as they can. It's not going to be, you know, like the same swing arm design as a Dyna, but it's still going to be, you know, up to their standards, up to what they want, you know.
All right.
So I don't really think that they're going to bring back a Dyna. You know, if they do, it'll be in like fucking probably when I'm an old man, and then just to bring it back like it's a classic, you know.
Yeah.
I think they'll probably bring it back after the bankruptcy and bailout.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, they are in a tough spot right now. Because here's the thing. Harley is using old technology, and nobody will deny that. And the thing is it's all these people that want the nostalgia and everything else that want the Harley. The newer riders coming up, they don't care about that. What they're like looking at is, I want the most bang for my buck. They don't care if it comes from Ducati, Yamaha, Kawasaki, you know, any of the brands, Harley. They don't care about the brand. They just want the most bang for their buck. If they're looking for a bike that's obviously not a sport bike, because if you're looking at a sport bike, you're not going to look at Harleys anyway. But if you're looking at like cruiser or, you know, something like that, you're going to look at Harley. You look at Harley and you realize they're using old technology compared to the other manufacturers, but that's always been their style. But their issue is as soon as they try to change their style and modernize to bring in those new riders, the classic riders have a fit and a meltdown, and all the dealerships and Harley hears about it. We don't want this garbage. Stop making this. So they're like, this isn't what our customer base wants. So, I mean, they're kind of stuck because they're not updating the technology to get the new riders, and they can't update the technology for fear of pissing off and alienating their base. So what are they going to do? I mean, they're they're kind of
Yeah,
stuck.
they don't really have any
It's
choices right now.
yeah, I mean, and it gets to the point where the nostalgia crew, I guess you would call them. I mean, is like my neighbor is a hardcore Harley guy. He's an awesome guy. He's still riding his 04, and he's like, yeah, I don't really like anything that they've done for the new ones. I mean, he's not going to go out and buy a new Harley. First off, the prices are in the stratosphere.
Oh yeah, they're ridiculous, man.
And
Yeah.
I mean, even if he did, as a classic Harley guy that's ridden Harleys all of his life, I mean, he's in his late 50s, and he's ridden Harleys all his life, loves Harleys, Harley lifestyle, rides the Sturgis from Michigan, everything else. I mean, he's not the guy that, trucks his bike in and everything else. I mean, it's nothing for him to put, 80, 90,000 miles on a bike.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, and that is the core Harley base. Well, that base is not going out and buying new bikes.
Rory, so for me though, man, the thing is, like, the Dyna, I felt like was pulling in the newer riders.
Yep.
I felt like the Dyna line was so good, and I don't understand why they got rid of that, man. Like, so for me, it's like, if something's working, why the hell are you going to change it, and why are you going to completely get rid of it?
Yep.
For no reason.
Yeah, that's
exactly
the Dynas and the
what I
Sportsters
don't
what
get.
all the younger guys go for.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to get rid of something, why would that be the one that you got rid of? You don't get rid of the Dyna.
Exactly.
You don't get rid of the Sportster.
No.
I mean, the Sportster is basically Harley's version of, the CBR 300 and, the Ninja 300 and all that. That's like their starter bike for somebody that wants to start on a cruiser. Which, personally, I like the Sportster. I like, and like I said, it's not like I haven't been riding for a while. I mean, shit, like I said, I started in 1978. So, but I like the Sportster.
Yeah, the Sporty, my son rides.
Buy like a small, small cruiser like that. I like it. I like the Yamaha Bolt too.
Yeah,
but
the thing I really like about the Sportster is they're so you can make it anything that you want to make it into. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many different ways that you can go with that bike. You can go to like a little bobber. You can do anything with it. There's so many aftermarket applications you can get for that bike. It's endless.
But the Dyna, man, the Dyna is way more. I feel like way more.
Oh yeah.
They have more options than even a Sporty. So the Sporty, my son rides a Sporty. He rides a 1200, and he started out when he was 15. He got a Ninja 250, and that's what he started riding on the street with his permit, man. And so he's 19 now, and he sold the 250. He rode it for a couple years, and then sold it and bought him a Sporty. But there's a lot of stuff you can do with them, man. But the Dyna line, man, was like, that line there was insane.
The Dyna, you get a Dyna, you're pretty much good unless you want a bagger.
Yeah.
You could do anything you want to, and you could be flying down the street. I love mine. Shit.
The Dyna is kind of like the AR-15 of the bike world. It just snaps together into whatever you want to make it.
Right.
Exactly.
So I don't understand.
It's like the Lego bike.
All right, let's get back.
This part. I don't like this part. I'm just going to snap on something else. Hey, it's a completely different bike.
Yeah.
Rusty.
Welcome back, Rusty. But
that's Rusty.
They are stuck in. I mean, they are stuck in a position that I do not envy them, and it is not going to be easy to get out of. Because no matter what they do, they're either going to alienate anybody that's coming into it, who's going to be the ones that once they find brand loyalty, that's the brand they're going to stick with, and they're not finding it with them. Or you alienate the older guys who, I mean, a lot of them are getting to the age where they're not going to ride anymore. They're not going to buy another bike. Because, I mean, there's a lot of them in, 60s and 70s and stuff like that. It's like, I'm not going to spend the money on a new bike.
Mm-hmm.
So,
especially,
I mean, you're kind of alienating them. But even that mid crowd, you know, the guys that are, you know, my age, around 45-ish, up to, you know, 60, you got that window where, yeah, those guys can go out and buy a new bike, and they've got these options, and they've got these Harleys, and they don't like what they're doing with the new stuff because it's not the same old technology, and they don't like the complete changes of like the new like street 750s and stuff that they were doing. They're like, well, that's not a Harley. And so
well, that's the same with the Buells. When the Buells came out, man, that was the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And which I would love to have a Buell right now. The 1000 Buell, those things were so. Me and my brother went and test rode them, man, and those things were so nasty. And the cool thing was they still sounded like a Harley. That was the thing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that 1000 sport bike that they did. What was it? It was, oh god,
Buell XR, I think, or X something.
Yeah, I want to say it had the name like Fire in it. It wasn't. I mean, like the Fire Blade, but it was like.
I think it did, yeah.
Something Fire or Fire Hawk or something like that. Like some.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Like some
so
name like that, but man, that and Harley pretty much killed Buell.
Yeah,
Harley is what killed Buell. If Buell would have had the
Firebolt,
if Buell Firebolt, that's what it was.
Yeah, with it on 2 wheels. Yeah, Firebolt.
Wait a minute, guys. Here, fudge. Can't do this on my phone. We're talking about Harley. I mean, this is a Street Rod 750 if my camera's actually working. They don't support it enough. It's a great sport bike. And
oh, yeah, it is.
Dude. And I got the black denim. I love that thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, I can jump from those two and then jump on the 14 and, you know, the old Magna. Go back and forth.
And that's the thing right there is Harley is not supporting. I mean, they're not really pushing that out like they should be, and the hardcore Harley guys are like, oh well, that's not really Harley. It's like, but that's the bike that you really want to market to the new crowd coming into your brand.
Well, Holler Moto said that Buells is back. They're back, Holler. I haven't seen anything about a Buell.
Well, they've got EBC, but they've already gone out of business.
They already did?
Yeah. Buell was going off on their own, and they were getting ready to launch something, and I guess they had made like an extreme race bike, and then it wound up just everything went downhill after was it Eric Buell that died?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't even know anything about that.
Yeah, I didn't know he passed
and
away.
I was thinking that he did. I thought I heard that somewhere, and it was right about that time. But maybe I'm wrong on that. But it just seems like that. I mean, they didn't have with it. I mean, Buell would have been great if they would have kept going. If they could have separated and gone off on their own, or Harley would have given them the basically the support and marketing that they needed, that would have been awesome.
Talking about companies going out of business, so the Victory, you know, my brother-in-law owns he owned the Victory Crossroads.
That was one of the dumbest moves on the planet as well.
So yeah, what happened? I mean, I don't understand that whole thing. I mean, I guess because Indian bought them or something, so they didn't want to compete against each other. I mean, themselves or what? Was that the whole deal with that?
They decided the one that they decided to keep.
Do what?
They decided that they were only going to keep one brand, and Indian was the one that they decided to go with.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Polaris bought them all out.
Steve Mom wants to go.
That's right. Polaris bought them all out. That's right.
Yep.
That's right. That's crazy, man. Yeah, because the Victory, man, that Victory was a nice. I ain't gonna lie, that Victory was a nice bike, and the one my brother-in-law had, and which is like a a street glide version type deal. So it was really cool, but yeah, I didn't understand that whole getting rid of the whole Victory.
Yeah, it's too hot right now, dude.
So
I just had a friend. I think he sued Polaris because the Victory cross country he got was essentially a lemon, and nothing that they did to it ever fixed it. So he sued and he got his money back for it.
did he really?
Yeah.
Minus court costs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, usually when you lose those, the loser pays court costs. Hazard's playing.
Oh yeah.
Victory was the only one that I think, honestly, was really bringing competition to Harley.
Oh yeah. The Indian, man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of Indian. I did a test ride video.
What did you say?
And it didn't do anything for me, man.
I thought you said Indian.
I mean, the Indian was just,
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah, to be Indian, you gotta get a nice Harley motor up in that thing.
What's hilarious is I'm outside and the wife is in the garage, and I said something about that. I said, Victory was the only one bringing competition to Harley, and she's like, Indian. And I'm like, what? She's like, I'm just being a bitch. I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm just commenting.
oh, man.
Hey, Knuckles, what kind of camera do you use when you do your natty nights, bro?
It's my wife's camera, man. She did photography on the side, and I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a Canon, but I'm not sure what model.
Probably an expensive one.
It is. But yeah, she did photography.
She does photography. Oh, then it's expensive.
Yeah, it is. Jesus.
I got a buddy of mine that's a huge photography guy, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I got this." He's like, "I got this." And I was like, "You what?" And he's like, "Yeah, I bought this. I bought this new lens." And I'm like, "That's pretty cool." And he's like, "Yeah, I got it on a deal. I got it for like $7,500." And I'm like, "Holy shit!"
Wow.
That's a deal?
Apparently.
What kind of deal is that? Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know. One
of those
where apparently you're paying
some shit.
Yeah, apparently you're putting us. He's putting like, I don't know. The camera was like $12,000 or something, and the lens was like $7,500 for it. And I'm like,
man, dude, you could get a brand new Harley for that price. Yeah.
I'm like, you got a damn Toyota Corolla in your hands.
Yeah, no shit. Mason.
Huh. We got Rusty twice.
Oh God, how much Rusty can we take?
I'm trying. I got my PC booted back up.
We got Mason and Mason.
What did my name come up as when I joined?
This side's down too.
Oh, I'm still there twice.
I'll check and see. See, I love some of the names that we've come up with, but I have to call out Jinja Ninja Man. for his name.
There's a story, but yeah, go ahead. I don't.
It's very cool, but I feel like if I try to give you a shout out and I'm riding and I'm focusing on something else, then I'm gonna have to edit the video like 18 times, or I'm gonna get like yelled at for a hate crime.
No, so
that's hella funny because the first time I seen that name, bro, I was like, it took me a second to read the name. I was like, what the hell is this face?
the Motovlogger shout out took like 3 times to actually get it, and I know how to say his name, but it took me 3 times to get it straight.
Right?
Yep.
What's the story? I ain't never heard the story.
All right.
Why you think you think I shouted out Fat Boy R6? I knew I could pronounce it. No.
I don't remember what I was doing, but one of my friends suggested that I should go by the name Ginger Ninja. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. So when I looked it up, whatever that was, like, that is such a common thing for all of them. All of the ways you can do it, where if you do Jinja, Ninja, that's taken. Ninja, Ginger, all that stuff is taken. And I didn't want to add a, I remember what it was. It's my Xbox Live tag. That's what it is, my gamer tag. So I ended up switching it. Instead of being Ninja Ginger, I switched the first letter, so now it's Jinja Ninja. And yes, the font that I use on my cards and stuff, I get double takes from people. They look at it and they go, what?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck does that say?
There was this. I ran into this one dude at the store, this black dude, and he rode Can-Am Fighter, and I was like, oh, well, check out, hey, watch my channel. And I handed him his card, and he looked at it, and he goes, oh yeah, okay. I was like, yeah, dude, I didn't really think this out when I did the whole thing.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought it said at first. I was looking at it, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I thought the same shit, man. I was like, what the fuck is this? What? Oh, okay.
See, I appreciate what you do and I support you, but I'll tell you, I'm not rocking one of your sweatshirts when I'm riding through Flint.
I got my little Josie right here. Say hi, Josie.
Pop. Oh, shit, my bad.
What's up, dog?
My wife's little chihuahua. And she loves to ride on the bike too, man. We got one of them little pet carriers at my wife's bike, and she loves to ride on the bike.
Yeah.
Shoot, I didn't even realize your wife rode.
Yeah, she rides a Boulevard.
Okay.
350 feet, 800.
Jesus Christ.
Ankle biter.
Yeah. Dog.
We've been riding, man, for about 6 years. She didn't start riding until she met me. And then for a little while, and then she was like, man, I want my own bike. She was like, I'm not riding behind you. So we ended up going and buying her one, and then she ended up learning how to ride, and she's been riding ever since, man.
Damn, that's legit.
Yeah, we're trying to get my mom to ride.
She loves riding on my bike, but then she's like, hey, you gonna teach me how to ride now? It's like, damn, woman.
Who's that?
I started, my lady, man.
Yeah.
She started wanting to learn how to ride too, so I let her start riding on my Harley a little bit, and then my old pump went out.
I was gonna do it, but I didn't think you were looking anytime soon. So.
Oh man, hey.
It's really terrible because.
Can I just have the screws right here?
I don't know if they'll fit.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I wonder if I could get this thing on the bike.
Look at that beauty.
Come here.
There you go.
Come here.
No,
I don't think you ride very well.
Gorgeous
You can't
dog.
stay calm.
See, I don't have a dog, and I'm pretty sure I can't get my cats on a bike.
Oh shit!
You try
Put
on
one of those
that.
fucking seatbelts on that thing.
I don't know, though. I'll tell you, I did have a cat when I was little. It used to love to ride around the yard with me when I was on my dirt bike. Man, I'd fire that thing up, and the cat would jump right on it in front of me. Put her paws in the tank and her sit down on the seat right in front of me, and she was good to go.
Damn.
Crazy.
My dad, he used to ride a Virago, and he'd ride, the cat would ride to the store with him.
What the fuck? Hey, man, I
Just sitting right in front of him on the seat. I'm like, you need to get that cat a helmet.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, J-Max, I saw that video of you and your daughter, man. How many kids you got?
Got 3, bro.
3?
Yeah, my daughter's the oldest. She's turning 12 this year.
Nice.
Rookie.
How's she like the bike, dude?
She loves it, bro.
Yeah?
She loves it, man.
That's cool.
I asked her when I was like, all right, you want to go get your nails done? Let's go. You want to take the car? You want to take the bike? What you want to do? She's like, let's go on the bike. So I was like, all right, let's go.
Oh, so that was her choice. That's cool, man.
That was her choice, man. Both times, too.
Hell yeah.
I took her Sunday and then Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monday we finally got those.
My daughter's 21 and then my son's 19. And
oh wow.
Yeah, so my daughter, she tried to ride on my son's Ninja. I was teaching her on there for a little while, man, and then just schedules were hard because she was working and everything, so it was hard to get together. I work nights, so it's really hard for us to get together type deal. So once he sold it, then that was it. He didn't. My son wouldn't let her ride the Sportster, so he didn't want her to fuck it up. So they didn't let her ride it at all. But she learned. Yeah. I mean, she did pretty good, man. When she rode that little 250, man, she did really good. So she wants to ride too, but it's just getting her a bike to practice on.
Are you gonna get her one? She's 21, bro. I mean, you can.
Nah, she can get her own, dude. She's 21.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe she should have bought his Ninja.
She should have. Yeah.
That would have made sense.
Yeah, we were trying to sell it to her, but she didn't have the money. So
yeah, man.
Wow. We don't take credit around here.
No, sir.
My youngest is
23, and he took my 14 away from me. He's bigger than I am, so.
My youngest has ridden around the neighborhood, like in our subdivision, a couple times with me, but he's not really about it. My oldest, like, he would love to be on the bike. Like,
is that the one with the scooter project there?
How old are your kids?
Yeah. 5 and 8.
Oh, okay. Well, good age. My youngest just turned 7 on Thursday.
Yeah. My oldest just turned 8 in June, and when he was in kindergarten, I volunteered at his school, and it was like, we're taking the bike. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So he's the one, like...
Dude, I turned 31 in June.
Damn, my daughter just turned 20 this past Sunday. Oh, and a big shout out to Keith Wong, who just showed up in the side chat.
Hey,
Keith.
Man,
what's
I
up,
can't
Keith?
even see the side chat.
You can't be a motovlogger and not have Keith subscribe to you.
I know, right?
See, ain't got a bitch. He's not subscribed to my channel. Shit.
See, Keith single-handedly supports the motovlogging community. I'm pretty sure that guy doesn't have a job, anything. He just has he has a toilet in front of his computer.
He said he's working, so he couldn't be here long.
All right, fat boy.
I'm convinced because it doesn't matter for like the time or anything else. It's like, I'm pretty sure Keith he doesn't sleep. He just sits in front of his computer, like with a toilet at his desk, and just watches vlogs for everybody.
Just nonstop.
Just nonstop, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I'll tell you that it would not be the same without Keith. And I've already told him. I've already told him. Nope.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't have time to vlog, he said. So I assume it's because he's watching them all the time. But I'm going to be sorely disappointed the day that I meet Keith and realize that he is not actually a corgi. Because that has been his profile Facebook picture for ever since I've known him. I think probably ever since he's had Facebook. Just a picture of the corgi. And I'm going to be sorely disappointed when I meet that man and find out he is not actually a corgi.
He left.
Yeah, I know. Road Rage, he's followed us since we had our first challenge before the huge disaster.
Yep.
It's been several years.
Wow.
Yeah. Man, I wish I would have got into this thing a long time ago, man.
Me too, man. I've been doing it a couple years, I guess. I think 2 or 3 years, I guess. I really started hitting it hard. I really started hitting it hard here, I don't know, probably about a year ago or something.
Yeah. Man, I started like probably 4 months ago. I put out a few videos, and then my old pump went out, and then I had to stop for like a month. And then I just started back up, and I've been uploading videos ever since then. As consistent as I can, you know?
Yeah.
Rusty and I were hitting it real hard in like 2016. And I mean, we had a good run going. And then his channel got dumped, my channel got dumped. And both of us wound up starting over, and he wound up getting an earlier start than I did. Because I didn't really get back into it until late last year or so. I mean, I lost all of my videos, all of my subs, everything. So I'm starting over. That's why I'm looking at it now. I'm looking at it now, and I'm just like, damn, that's where I was in like 2015, 2016.
Yeah, I'm not even halfway to the point I was before, which I've been more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude,
But see, like,
I just got a few subs.
J-Mac and Bubba, man, y'all growing fast, dude.
Are we? I don't even know, man. Like, I just got like probably 4 or 5 new subs in the last couple of days. But I mean, that's probably a huge shout out to you, Knuckles. Like, man, you shared that on the Instagram, bro. I seen that. I was like, oh shit, my dude, man, that's legit, man. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that, bro.
Well, hey, man, I mean, for me, man, it's like, you know, trying to, like I said in my shout out video, you know, I love sharing channels that I like, so, and especially small channels. And I was just about to stop big channels big time. You know what I'm saying? I'm just about to stop following them at all and just unsub from them and just quit because I don't know, man. I just don't get it from them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Actually, that's what I just started doing this week. I just started doing that.
Did you?
Yeah, the bigger ones I've started unfollowing. I don't watch them that often, and they've kind of gotten away from why I watch. Now, some of the bigger ones are fun to watch. Like I like watching Dodge Rider from time to time.
Yeah,
but because he's almost always on his bike, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. Whereas a lot of these other ones, they're the big time Motonasti, Walter Riffick. It's more like a lifestyle vlog at this point, which, you know, that's not why I started watching.
For me, it's more the interaction, man. You know, for me, it's if I, especially like on, you know, I follow also these other vloggers, and I send you a message. I don't message a lot of people, but when I do message you, you know, it's for a reason, right? And so there was this one instance where I messaged one of these vloggers, and I didn't get anything, dude. It didn't even look at it, right? Because you can see when they view it, right? On
Yeah.
Instagram. So it's like nothing. And so I told my wife, I was like, you know what? It's just not even. And then, like you said, it's getting to the point where it's not even something that I want to watch. Like most of the time, I just, even though I'm sub to them, I see what the, it comes up, and I just scroll right past it, man. And I go, for me, the smaller channels, it's more personal, and that's what I enjoy. I mean, I enjoy interacting with everybody and commenting and getting something back. You know what I mean? And so,
Oh yeah.
I understand once you get to a certain point. We've talked about this on our live streams with Bro King and Six Pin and Fat Boy and everybody. And so, once you get to a certain point, I know it's hard to comment on everybody. You're not going to be able to do that. You know what I mean? But at least pick the first 20. Say something, you know what I mean? And so it's like, once you get past that point to where you don't even receive, and some of the channels, man, I even scroll through their comments and look, and there is nothing from them. And I'm like, I don't even sub to them because of that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
for me, it's more, when man, to me, it makes it more personal, and it's way better for a channel. So, I've gotten to the point to where, like I said to my wife, that I'm the bigger channel. I'm about to unsub to all of them. You know what I mean? The Motovlogger ones, and about them channels anymore.
I did on most of them. I mean, Walter Riffick's one that actually got me into vlogging, and watching him and stuff like that. That was the first. I'm like, you put a camera on your head and ride around on a motorcycle and talk, and people will watch this shit. So. I mean, and from there, but that was, 2014, 2015, when that was still kind of infancy. And, there wasn't a lot of guys doing it. That's what kind of turned me on to it. But then, I used to watch him fairly regularly up until a couple of years ago. And now it's like, I watched one of his videos. I watched his bike reveal that he did for the bike that he's got now. And that was the first video that I've watched of his in probably a year or so. And it's like, I used to watch Chase on Two Wheels. And actually, a conversation that I had with him is what made me decide on the R3. I was talking back and forth with him, but now, it's like, it's like everybody's style seems to have changed to, everybody's gone from, that core moto vlogging to this is my life. And it's like, hey, that's not why I watch you.
Yeah.
If I wanted to see your life, I would, say, hey, can you do some lifestyle vlogs? But I don't watch him anymore. I haven't watched Chase in I don't know how long. I did kind of like his first rides that he was doing on some of the bikes. If I was researching a bike, I would look up some of his. But as far as watching anything that he's done, it's not really that interesting. And 6 foot back in the day when he was.
Oh yeah, I followed him a long time ago.
Yeah, I remember him when he was like 100,000 subs.
Yeah.
So, but I've got a 6 foot hoodie. I have it from the original, the literal first launch that he did of the Back the Fuck Up hoodies.
Right.
I've got one of those from the very first launch. But I'll tell you honestly, it was probably about 3 months after that I stopped watching him. So
yeah, I actually bought one of his shirts also, man. I hardly wear that Joker.
Yeah.
Closet. But, I don't do, my channel, man, is, I do motor vlogs, but then, I do other vlogs too. I got, the wife's got the Jeep, so we do Jeep vlogs because we're in the Jeep community also. And then we, we go camping, so I do some camping vlogs. But, like I said, it's more of the inner. It's not even really. Some of it is that they veered off from what I like to watch also, but it's the majority of it is because there's no interaction. And that's the big thing.
That's one of the things. I don't know how. I don't know if you watch Daily Driven Exotics. If anybody ever watches them, but Damon, he's out of Canada, and he does daily vlogs, and he's got huge subscriber numbers too, and he's got like a supercharged Lamborghini Huracan, and he's always doing like crazy supercar vlogs. He's got like a 2008 like limited edition Ferrari Scuderia and stuff like that. But I mean, if you talk to that guy, he's just like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that's what it's about.
Like huge subscribers too. I think but I mean, you just shoot my message and it's like, hey man, just wondering how your day was going. You know, when people are just like, good man, what's going on with you?
Yeah,
So,
that's cool. That's cool. And then Miss Peaches is in the side. I wouldn't be where I'm at without Miss Peaches. She is awesome.
Who's Miss Peaches? I don't even know who Miss Peaches is, bro.
Oh, I'm pretty sure she subbed to you. She subbed to quite a bit.
Is she?
I'm not sure. I'm just saying she's pretty active in the motor. Big support.
You know, I don't know why, but it doesn't show me all my subscribers. Like when they subscribe to me,
Yeah.
like one day, like I mean, I'll see like every once in a while, I'll see like a new subscriber pop up on my newsfeed. But normally, like I'll log into my YouTube page, and then it'll say like I'll see my number go higher, but it won't show me that more people subscribe to me. So
It's
I don't
'cause
know.
they have their settings set to private. They don't share their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, if they're private, it won't show you that they sub to you.
Okay, that makes sense.
I've noticed that, and I've also noticed that sometimes it's delayed. Like somebody that I know, they'll just be like, "Hey, I just subscribed to you," and I know their channel name, and sometimes I'll get that notification 2-3 days later. It'll pop up.
Damn.
Like the number will actually go up, but it won't give me the notification for like, a day or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, I do other stuff other than just vlogs too, but it's not a lot of it. Like I do some reviews and stuff, but it's mostly like gear, like the like a couple of like one of the tailbag reviews. The first one I did was just a cluster. I need to redo that one because it was like, I'm not proud of that.
Yeah.
But then
A
like
lot of videos I've done, like I did like a bunch of videos on installations, like install videos. Like I did my exhaust, I did the handlebars, I did all kinds of things, but I never posted them because like the lighting was wrong, like just random little things. And I like my videos to be kind of better, I don't want to put out like super cheap videos. I mean, I'm still new at this, but I mean, I don't want to put out a super cheap video, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just never put those videos out.
Rage, I apologize, but I'm not sub to you, man. But I'll try to look your channel up, and I actually can't find it. So I don't know. Is it just like it shows on here?
For which one of us?
Road Rage?
Yeah, it's just Road Rage 810.
I've done a few.
Yeah, like the
more what would you call it, family oriented. I don't really care about production value. I just do what I feel is fun.
I'll tell you, like I said, I don't even have a computer that I do my editing on. So
same here, bro. I do mine on the iPhone 7 Plus.
That's exactly what I'm using. I got on a 7 Plus 256. I dump it straight from my GoPro through the app to my phone, and I just edit it, cut it up from there.
Exactly.
Amazing how y'all do that, man.
Bro.
Yeah, I give y'all props, dude. I don't see how y'all do that on a phone. It's hard as hell for me to do it on a computer, man.
see, the nice thing is, though, is
I feel like it's easier on the phone.
Yeah, it is. I can do it sitting on my lunch break. I'll shoot a video and edit it at work on my lunch break, and then set it on my desk at work and upload it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, exactly.
That's great.
That's what I do too, man. When I'm on my lunch break, I just sit there. I edit the video that I did in the morning ride, man. Done, posted.
Yep. I did the like that CL3000 tank bag or tail bag review and all my camping gear review and stuff like that. I did that. That one came out pretty good. I did it in 2 parts, and then just combined them and uploaded them. I mean, it probably looking back on it, it probably would have required a lot of less editing if I hadn't been drinking for like 7 hours before I started the review. But I pulled it off and it came out pretty good. But the one that I did on the old channel, I just did a walk around of my bike, which was a 2016 R3. That's all it is. And just a few of the mods that I did. And at the time, I mean, the R3 had launched late 2015, so there weren't a lot of them out there. That video hit like 8,000 views in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
Nice.
And then I did a likes and dislikes video about it. And that video, I want to say, was almost 4,000 views in 2 weeks.
Wow.
And those were
I can
like,
get those
it's like,
numbers
well,
on any of my videos.
I'm like, well, I'll never see those numbers again. Because now it's like, you know, I mean, that's gone. And then, I mean, the R3 now is like, okay, it's a few years old, you know, the 19s are coming out. Everybody's kind of familiar with them. But at the time, nobody knew anything about them. Everybody was researching them. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it was prime time for that. Those were like huge numbers.
Yeah, when the
I need to do another walk around video of that.
When R3s were starting to come out, man, like I said, my son had his Ninja 250 now. I love the way they look. The R3s looked so better than the Hondas and the you know the Kawasaki's. And so I told my son, I was like, he had already had his 250, but I was like, dude, we should have waited. You should have got the R3. That thing it looked way better than those two. But
I'll tell you, it came down. It was between the Ninja 300 and the R3 because I wanted a light, sporty bike. And the things that I liked about the Ninja 300 over the R3 is, one, it had a slipper clutch, which the R3 does not. So if you don't rev match, you are going to bark the rear tire.
Yeah.
If you don't rev match perfectly, you're going to bark the rear tire. ABS was not available on the R3 until I believe 2018, maybe 2017. And the tank of the Ninja is so much wider.
Right.
It's just, it feels more substantial. But
that's the main reason why we went with the Ninja.
The pros of the R3 are, it's a lot faster. I mean, I was surprised at how much faster that was than the Ninja 300. And the dash layout on it is, I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do if it comes time to buy a new bike, because I'm spoiled by the features of the dash on the R3. I mean, it's got indicators for everything. It's got, you know, a gear indicator. It actually has a fuel gauge. It has, you know, and I was surprised at how many bikes it's like, it doesn't have a fuel gauge.
Yeah, that's crazy. So Bubba, I know your pops rides also, man. You got other family members that ride too, ain't it?
Yeah, my dad rides the Vulcan 900, and my little brother rides that whatever mutt bike, the Kawasaki Ninja 250. So, trying to get mom into riding.
If you ever go to buy another bike, my ass.
How old's your brother? Dude? Is he younger than you?
Yeah, he's 20. He turns 21 in September, so.
Right on.
I'm assuming you guys heard that comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you buy another bike, my ass.
My ass.
That's what my wife always tells me.
It looks like you win that conversation, though, Rusty.
Honey, Rusty said that's what his wife always tells him, too.
You still got a wife?
She's like, he's still got a wife?
Yeah, she managed to. Well, she hasn't sent me off yet.
Yeah, she hasn't killed him or left yet. So
not yet. But I'm worth more dead than alive, so I think she's just weighing the you know, chances of what's going to happen.
Hey, let her. Hey, Rusty, let her know. Janine says that she knows some good dumping grounds.
Shit.
Oh, shit.
And trust me, there's a lot of them around here.
That's what I was going to say. There's probably a lot in your area.
Yeah. There's 3 guys arrested the other day digging. Well, 2 of them ran off. 1 of them they arrested. They're still looking for the other 2. They were digging a grave because they had stashed 3 bodies in the river. And they were digging a grave to get rid of them.
God damn.
And the cops showed up and they were like, one dude got arrested. They caught him and arrested him. And then the other 2 dudes ran off. So, yeah, it's.
Wow.
I'll tell you,
real
man.
shit.
Dude, Flint, Michigan. There's nothing else like it. I implore.
The backwoods of West Virginia.
I implore everyone. Go and watch Flint Town on Netflix. At least 1 episode of it, and then you'll just be like, "Holy shit!" Just be like, "That's what that dude does every day." Be like, "That's where I work."
NorCal, dog.
See, I spent time around Napa and Vallejo, and then time down in Long Beach and stuff like that back in the '90s. So.
Oh shit, that's what's up. So you
Yeah.
know a little bit of what's going on, huh?
Oh yeah. I mean, Berkeley, Oakland, San Fran. Yep. Of course, it's a little different back in the '90s than it is now.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
I was a kid in the '90s, but I was born in '87, so. I mean, I don't really.
Sorry,
know
I
too
just
much
choked
about
on
all
my
that.
beer when you said that.
Man, y'all make me feel young.
Man. Come on, bro, man. Stop, man. Shit.
I'm like the baby of the group.
How old are you?
bro?
27.
Oh man, you only like 4 years.
I remember I was 27.
I'm only like 18 years older than you.
Hell, I don't even remember how old I'm going to be. I know I'm in the 40s, but I can't remember if I'm going to be 43, 44. I don't remember that shit.
Damn, bro. You at that age, like, I don't give a fuck.
I told you, man.
Hell, just ask Joke. I'm old as dirt.
Yeah.
Check that light.
Where the hell is my wife going? She just
She
walked
didn't
out
tell
of the
me.
garage, man, strolling down the neighborhood. Oh, maybe one of my kids are down at one of his friend's house
That's
or
so
something. But
funny,
she's
'cause
going
my
to let
lady
him
just
know it's
did the
time to
same
come
shit,
home.
too.
Hey, Bubba and Ginger, we need to go ahead and get together, man, and ride soon, man.
Oh, yeah. That'd
See,
be
but
nice.
Yeah,
I
I'm
did
not
put
trying
that
to go
on
to
her
Houston,
van. I put that on her van from the original batch, and it's still there.
Oh shit.
Dang, that's a good quality sticker then.
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
for sure.
It's a shit quality sticker. Because
Oh, damn, I
that's
just got
supposed to be nice
notifications.
deep
Fat Boy
blue.
X posted.
Still not bad, though.
I had the last good one that I did. It's on. I don't know if you can see it because the lights aren't on in here, but it's on my front fender.
Oh wow.
But yeah, I got to get more of those made. It's something that's better quality because I'm not happy with the company that I used last time. It was a local company, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we only use top quality stuff," and I'm like, I got them, and I'm like, why can I see the
They'll
fucking print
say that.
lines in them?
That's like my my spam cards, bro. Like, I mean, they're cool, but here, let me show you one. I'm right here at my fucking thing.
I looked
Like,
at
you
them.
see how-
I'm like, yo, why can I see the print lines in my stickers?
Yeah, see, like they put lines in the sides of my fucking on my thing.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
there's,
see
like,
it. I
lines on
see
the
it
side of
now.
my spam card.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it like right on the side. So I mean, you can't really see it unless it's like real. You're really looking at it. But man, I was so mad when I got that, and I got.
I don't know what the
like,
fuck y'all are
300
seeing.
of
I'm
those
not
things.
seeing anything.
Look.
Oh, a little bit. You can't really see
there we
it
go.
too bad.
All right, look. You can kind of see the lines.
Yeah.
There's right there.
It's like two different colors black.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They use different colors when they blended it. They didn't even blend it. They just fucking Put the image in the middle and just left it.
I don't know if you
Like, come on, man.
look. I don't know if you can see it, but look at that. You can see the print lines in there. It's like, seriously?
Oh wow.
That's
Oh, yeah,
top
you-
quality?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
My wife makes my stickers
I'm
right
going
now,
with
right?
a
So
different company.
my wife makes my stickers right now for the vinyl, and she cuts vinyl. So she makes mine right now, but I've been thinking about trying to get a company, and just so it makes it easier on her because they're hell to end up trying to weed out, and then because of the words and everything.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Yeah. I've got
Man,
a,
mine's all blurry.
uh,
Look at that. That's
I
all
was talking
blurry.
about with the Harley.
Was it blurry?
No, the camera won't focus.
Oh,
I was gonna say it doesn't look too blurry on my screen. Like I don't know. It's just because of connection, I guess. It doesn't look too
hey,
bad.
did your wife make those, Ginger?
No, I made those.
Oh, did you?
Actually, I went to a place here in town. I came up with this. My wife does the key tags, and she does the ones that I use. She made.
Yeah, I wanted to
That's
give
legit. I like that style.
it.
Yeah, it's glossy on the front, and then it's flat on the back. So if I need to write anything, I can write it down. And a little place here in San Marcos put them together real cheap. I think I got 500 for like $30, $35 maybe.
Wow.
Damn. I paid
Real
like
good
50
quality.
bucks for like 250, I think.
Like your phone number if it's a big titty goth girl. No,
My wife actually started.
the guy that
My wife actually started making some luggage tags, man. She's got a printer that'll print on these cards that makes luggage tags now, and she started doing that. But I'm pretty sure you could do them for like business cards like that too. But I don't think she could get them that cheap down though. I mean,
Yeah, I was really surprised with one how cheap they were and what the quality was after I got them. The color is a little off, but I mean the color I used wasn't that great anyway. So
yeah.
But hey guys,
that
I'm gonna have to
company
wrap.
probably gets them for really super cheap prices too, though. So I mean, it's not like you're a home business buying like a bulk item and then like doing what you want to them and then sell them. It's more like they get like 10,000 of them for like dirt cheap.
Yeah.
And they can print on them and sell them for hella cheap.
Yeah. Well, hey guys, it's
I was
been
talking
real.
about
I
my
gotta
next
get
door-
out, get going.
My next door
Yeah.
neighbor.
All right,
Ginger, I appreciate it, brother. Good to see you, man.
I'm going, man. Have a good night, my Ginja.
All right, well. All right, how do I leave?
Just say bye.
Turn your phone off. Turn your phone off.
Put the gun in my mouth. Okay, got it.
Oh, hang on, whoa.
Yo, easy, killer.
That's the point.
The guy that I was talking about that lives next door has got the Harley. It's the same guy that I was riding with in the R3 and Harley screwing around video, which I don't know if you guys have seen that one, but that one was fun. His son actually races bikes, and a buddy of his does wraps. So he did like the vinyl wrap for his truck. He did his bike, and then like all of his stickers and stuff. So I'm gonna get with him and see what he'll charge to do them, because I saw his stuff and it is top quality, and they're under like $1 a piece.
Nice.
Wow.
Which isn't too much more because it was like $36 for 50 of the ones that I got, and the quality was shit.
Yeah.
So,
Well, Bubba's
really want to get
Bubba's decals are freaking killer, man.
You actually got them in?
What'd you say?
You got them in?
No, well, I'm not sure. I haven't gone to the PO box yet. But
Oh, okay.
I'm saying just the pictures, man. That they look really cool. I really like them.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some product testing on them. Figure out if I'm gonna keep which company, because I got 2 different companies I got them from. So
I got to check with I don't know if you guys know him, Ray 3866. He was one of the guys that I shouted out in the video. He's actually Ray's a buddy of mine, and we're in an R3 group together as well, obviously, because he vlogs on an R3. But dude, his stickers and graphics, like from the pictures that I've seen of him, holy shit! I want to hook up with that guy that does his stickers.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the quality of them. I haven't gotten them yet, but damn, the artwork and everything. Holy shit, that's what I've been looking for.
it's hard to find good quality stickers, man.
Oh yeah.
Man, I've been trying to find somebody that can do my my logo, but nobody can do my logo.
Yeah, yours is pretty tough, man.
Yeah, like,
yeah, I got a simple ass
I hit
logo.
up a bunch of companies.
A print shop could do it easy, but like finding somebody that's gonna put it on some good quality is the thing.
Yeah, like even just to get something out, like even if it's like black and white, you know, like something that I can just hand out to people. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm also trying to get some koozies made. Like I hit up a couple companies so far. I want to get my logo on one end, and then my name, and then Motovloggers underneath it.
Yeah.
And like 500 koozies, so I could have them, hand them out, or you know, send them to other vloggers or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I did some koozies, man, with my logo on it, and like I said, for me, for the wife, it's just super hard, man, with that vinyl, especially making it that much smaller. Knuckles TV on there is really hard to weed out and stuff, and then she's got the whole heat press and everything. So she's done when I went to the Kansas meetup, I had koozies to hand out that I gave the guys there, but also I did some leather koozies, man, that I've got to hook up to where they do lasering. The leather koozie, it was lasered out actually it was their logo and their YouTube name that I put on there, the ones that helped set up everything and for that meetup. And so the leather koozies are really cool, man. That's Brooklyn. I made him some, and they're really cool, man. But they're a lot more expensive though. The koozies themselves are ridiculous.
Yeah, I bet, man.
But
the leather itself, and then getting it made into that certain size, and then getting the fucking burning into the leather and shit.
Into the leather, yeah. So
I could imagine that's crazy.
But
if you got any extra, bro, send them to me. I want one of them.
I got you.
I've gotten so lucky with shit when it comes to vlogging. Like, there's a guy named Luke that's a vlogger, and he was in France, and he actually did my logo for me for no charge. Nice. I told him, had an idea of what I wanted, because it's pretty simple. And I said, hey, what would you charge to do something like this? He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. So he did it. And then I came up with the idea of, just in case, I'll secure a website name. So I secured roadrage810.com, which, I mean, being from Michigan, it's pronounced roadrage810. But because everybody pronounces
like
0 as O. Yep.
707,
but, I just secured the website name, and my buddy Cody, Tech Jeeper is the name that he goes by, and he was like, oh yeah, I can make a website for you, no problem. I'm like, all right, cool. And then he emailed me like 20 minutes later, and he's like, hey, what do you think about this? And I'm like, what do I think about what? And he's like, oh, your website's done. I'm like, holy shit.
Damn.
Damn.
He built the website in like 20 minutes. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. I have a website now at roadrage810.com. And then a guy that I work with does all kinds of work. He's got a Glowforge, which is this ridiculous laser. And he's made me a bunch of stuff for other things. Like I'm into ham radio and stuff. And he made me a cool LED. It's like a 3-dimensional light up tower that has my call sign on it for my ham radio call sign. And it's like LED and completely controllable for color and speed and flashing and all this. And I'm like, that's pretty awesome. And then he did some stuff for me that he cut into smoked acrylic. But he's actually doing my YouTube channel logo in wood.
Oh, nice.
And it's the way that he's doing it is he's not staining it. it's going to be like white oak for the white part, and then he's using like purple heart or something for the red part, and it's all going to be inlaid, and then the white oak letters go into that. And he's found some wood that's like this weird blue color that he's using for the blue part of it, and he's lasering that out and laying in like white oak. So it's going to be like the red, white, and blue logo like I have that looks like the road sign, and there's going to be absolutely no stain on it. He's just clear coating it.
That's cool shit.
Holy shit.
And I'm like, whoa. And I'm like, what do I owe you for this? And he's like, oh, don't worry about it, man. He's like, you sent me so much business from that. Like, he's like that goofy ham radio tower that we drew up and then you like made. He's like, had me laser out. He's like, I made so much money off those things. He's like, don't even worry about it. He's like, I got you covered.
Wow. That's legit, man. That's a hookup and a half right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and he's made stuff just like, I was just like, hey, can you make one of these for my brother for the radio station that he works at? And he's like, yeah, sure, no problem.
That's cool.
Wow.
So,
yeah, so Holler Moto on the side chat said that original Bino makes good stickers. So if you want to look him up, he's another vlogger, ain't he? I think he vlogs too.
Original Vinyl?
Yeah, Bino. BYNO.
BYNO. I gotta look that up. I gotta write it down actually. See if he can make me some shit, man.
I think he's out
of anybody at this point.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I can't even see the chat, so if you put it up there, I can't see it. Because I'm
Holler, what's your Holler, what's his YouTube? Oh, there it is, Bino. It's just BYNO, look.
Like this, I haven't charged. I haven't charged this and I haven't put batteries in it, but that's like
BYNO.
Acrylic that he cut on an LED base.
Holy crap.
And then he did this one. He cut that into a smoked acrylic, like smoked mirror.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool shit.
That's legit, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just like that. I'm like, damn, man, that's pretty cool. Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do I owe you? And he's like, don't worry about it. He's like, I sold a bunch of those at $20 a pop.
That's cool.
That's fucking crazy.
So yeah, it pays to know low people in high places.
For real.
Low people are always the best people, man, in high places.
Shit. Low people in high places is how I got this fucking bike in this color.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen,
I had the
company, but I'm gonna have to get up on out of here myself.
All right. Catch you later, Knuckles.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all inviting me on, man. And I appreciate the support and much love and much respect, guys. Thank you.
Have a good one, man. It's good having you here.
Have a good one, man.
I'll have me later.
Safe. Down to 4.
Somebody wake Rusty's ass up.
I have to keep muting him because I got dogs that won't shut up. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Road rage actually words.
No, I'm just stretching, man. I was moving furniture at the in-laws today, and my wife volunteered me for it. My spine is not in good shape right now. I'm just walking, trying to stretch.
Man, the only thing I accomplished today was riding and sleeping.
I got to work tomorrow. It sucks.
On a Sunday?
Yeah. I had Friday and Saturday off, and I got to work Sunday, and I got Monday off.
Oh,
I was like,
really sucks, man.
Yeah, I've got to run to the office tomorrow. I shouldn't be there for a few hours. So
I'll have to see what the weather is, and maybe I'll ride in tomorrow. Now that I say that, it'll be like 80% chance of rain or something.
Hell no.
I got
And
like
Monday-
a 2-hour drive to the ranch.
And Monday, I guarantee you, it'll be perfectly clear because I'll be here all day with the kids.
You know that's how it goes, man.
Man, makes me want to buy a sidecar. Throw one on the back and one in the sidecar, and
Yo, I've seen a few people with sidecars and their Harleys and shit. They come through here, and I'm right on Highway 20, so they come mobbing through, and it's a really windy road. It's a really windy highway, and these people on sidecars, they look sketchy as fuck. Like, I've recorded a few of them because they look like their ass is just gonna tip over. It's like, damn. Like, and the fucking, they be like, they hop over on like the sidecar when they gotta like turn right. It's like, holy shit, man. That's like a whole workout right there.
I saw a dude with a sidecar rolling with a sidecar at like a 30-degree angle up in the air, man, making a turn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That stuff's crazy. There's a
Yeah,
guy
dude,
that lives. When I worked in Imlay City, it's got probably about 35 miles from here. There was a guy that I used to see all the time, and I had talked to him. He did not own a car. He just had a bike, and he rode that shit 365.
God.
He rode his bike year-round in Michigan winters. And I said, dude, what do you do in the winter? And he said, that's when I put my sidecar on. And I was like, are you out of your fucking mind? And I thought he was joking. And I saw that dude come rolling by work in the middle of December. And we had gotten like 18 inches of snow. And we had just come out of a cold snap. So it was like 4 degrees Fahrenheit out. We had gotten like 18 inches of snow like a week before, and then the temperature plummeted. It stayed between 10 and 20 below zero for a week.
Holy
And I
shit.
saw this dude out. It was 4 degrees Fahrenheit, and this motherfucker is rolling on a bike with a sidecar on it. And I was like, that is a hardcore motherfucker right there.
No shit. God,
I thought I was hardcore.
man. I mean, I feel like rain is hard as fuck around here, bro. Northern California, bro. You ride in the rain, you're doing something. You riding in 4 degrees with fucking 18 inches of snow on the motherfucking floor, bro. You're a god, nigga. Jesus,
Yeah, he was. I was like, whew. I was like, this motherfucker is crazy.
Oh shit! I couldn't.
But
Even
yeah, that
imagine
dude,
that.
he did not own a car, man. He rolled his bike 365. I was like,
Wow.
nope, not for me. No thanks. He's like, I got heated
That's
grips.
too much.
It's like, and
That
it's
motherfucker
4
better have
degrees
heated
outside,
everything.
man.
Like a heated bodysuit.
He's like, I just bundle up. Like,
shit.
like,
Man,
nope,
that guy
not
has
for me. No
soul.
thanks.
Now,
Yeah.
I've been down to like 20 degrees before, but not with snow on the road.
Yeah, the coldest
Man,
I've
I don't
been
even
in
like.
was about 30 degrees.
I don't even like going out when it's 50.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Hell
I mean,
no.
I ride when it's 30 all day long.
Yeah, you can
in the
always-
winter, like it gets pretty cold.
I'll tell you, when the
Not pretty
day that I
cold.
got my
Pretty
bike,
cold to me.
my bike was delivered April 4th of 2016. And we had gorgeous weather for like 2 weeks before that. It was like temperatures were rocking like 30 degrees above normal through March. It was like in the 70s. The day that I was going to pick up my bike, we had the ice storm from hell. It was ridiculous. They had closed roads. They had done everything. I'm like, they're like, the highway is shut down. And I'm like, fuck me.
Oh, fuck.
And they wound up clearing it later that day. And I went out and I took care of the paperwork and the payment and everything on it. And then I was like, all right, you're delivering it. And they're like, not a problem. We'll load it in the trailer. It's like 22 degrees. They've cleared the roads, but the trees are just like hanging over from all the ice that's on them.
Oh,
and it's like, nope, I'm good. You guys can deliver it. And he's like, yeah, we'll load it in the trailer and drop it off for you. And dude, getting that thing up my driveway, because my driveway is not that long. I mean, I can park, like, if I really squeeze it, I can probably fit like 2 normal sized cars and a bike on, each side. It's 2 vehicles wide, but I fit like 2 cars side by side, 2 cars side by side, and then like maybe 2 cars side by side, but definitely 2 cars side by side in my driveway. So it's like 3 car lengths long. And getting that bike up that driveway to my garage was probably some of the sketchiest shit I have ever done in my life.
You were probably fishtailing
Even the guy was like, I don't know if we're going to be able to do this, man. And I'm like, yeah, I know. He's like, because I can't back up because it's not on a big hill, but it's just enough of a hill that it's like, you're going to slide.
No problem.
And I had salted the shit out of it, and I was just trying, man. And we wound up putting down like salt and sand to get traction on. And I'm like, I'm not even firing this thing up. We're pushing this bitch into the garage. Because I know as soon as I tap the throttle on it, it's going down.
Yep.
So me and that dude wound up pushing it up my driveway with like all my kids' play sand that was holding my basketball hoop up like on my driveway, trying to get the thing in the garage. And I'm like, all right, it's in.
Oh my God.
The wife's like, you going for a ride? I'm like, nope.
Hell
And it wound up, the road cleared just enough. And it was like 38 degrees. And I went for a ride that day. And I was like, yep. Ugh. I'm like, not doing that again.
Hell no. That's crazy.
The things we do.
Yep.
True that.
I miss snow, but there's no way I'll go back to it.
I remember
I'll tell you what, man.
The last video I watched of his, man, he was riding through the rain, like talking about a wet t-shirt contest. I was looking for some chicken heads out there running around or something.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
Man, I did that as a joke, and it turned more into clickbait than anything.
It did, man. I was like, oh, let me see them hoes running around.
Last I looked, I was like 147 views on that one video.
Oh shit!
I know, man. I so wanted to hit the thumbs down, but I couldn't do it because I liked it.
Yeah, I know. As soon as I click on one of these people's things, man, any one of y'all's things, I thumbs up.
Instant thumbs up, yeah.
No matter what.
Don't bet on that because I will do a video.
Oh God!
You're gonna be like, man, fuck J Mac. He's a cunt.
I'll be like, today
like
we
answer. You hearing heart.
I'll be like, today we answer the most important question in the motovlogging world. Yes or no, does J-Mac find it difficult going through life having such a small penis? He'll be like, how do I answer this question, and do I give it a thumbs up?
Hey, Ray, you remember that video Slow Moto made of all the reasons he would all right, boy, how was it? The things he would rather do than watch a 2-clutch video.
Oh wow!
That was
that was brutal.
It was so funny. I think I'm gonna do one for Bubba.
Oh hell no.
Wait, what? What?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a video of
He's like,
everything
wait,
I've
what?
read. You know, it's a joke, man. It's a joke. Something
Just
like
playing,
I'd rather
bro.
have my nuts crushed in a vice than watch a Texas video.
No, I'm gonna do that now. I'd love to see that.
How would
I
I
think
describe
I'm gonna record
watching
it
a Rusty Moto
tomorrow.
video? How would I describe watching a Rusty Moto video? Well, it's kind of like masturbating with a cheese grater. It's kind of entertaining, but mostly painful.
Oh my god.
Oh shit!
That's what we need to do, guys. That's what we need to do. Everybody needs to do a video, and we roast each other.
See, this is what happens more and more as the stream goes on, and I drink more and more and more.
No, we can start a new series. How we did that shout out thing I started a couple months ago. We can do a roast.
Start roasting people.
Yeah, just start roasting people, all in fun. And if somebody can't take it, fuck them.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck them. I'm down. That'd be fun as fuck. I like roasting people.
I see
I don't
Fat
think
Boy.
they like it very much.
You down for that, Fat Boy? Can we do a roast?
Oh, I can do a roast.
I think we need to do that.
Yeah.
Damn, Fat Boy still in here?
He bounced back in at some point.
Man, I ain't heard you in a minute, dog.
Oh man, I've been in here. I got off, my phone was dying, so I was just on the side chat, and then I was like, I'll just come back in on my computer. So.
Oh, that's legit.
Oh God, this is gonna get bad.
It is gonna get bad.
It's always bad, dog.
Things that
get
I
a
would
bunch
rather
of
do
dudes
than
around
watch
that
a
drink
Fat
and
Boy
shit.
R6 video.
Uh-oh.
Number three is sandpapering the asshole of an alligator in a phone booth.
Fire.
Oh shit!
That a bit.
Damn.
I think the way we do this, though, we don't let anybody in on the joke.
Yeah, don't let anyone in.
Oh yeah, well, because
If
you know
you
we're
haven't
just putting
watched
it out
this
there on the
video,
live
Come on with
stream.
these
So
fucking
Don't know what's
hating-ass
going on.
videos.
Damn, this shit's gonna get some views for sure.
no, this is gonna be bad.
Major
Dude,
thumbs down.
Somebody's gonna wind up shitting on my driveway. Is what's gonna happen. It'd be like,
wait, like Road Rage does one. Why I hate Fat Boy R6.
my wife's gonna be like,
too.
there's some guy taking a dump on our porch, and I'm gonna be like, Bubba?
Is there not their big old wide ass just fucking shitting?
Yep.
Ain't that a bitch?
Okay, guys, I was serious about that, so don't get mad when I make that video.
Now go for it.
Hey, don't be mad when you get a reply.
Oh yeah, man. Shoot it back and forth. Instagram will be going, what the fuck happened to these guys? I thought they were friends.
Rusty Moto. Does he touch his lips together when he talks? Rusty Moto.
Involved.
Can he make a video without saying fuck? Nope.
No.
Rusty Moto. He introduced me to his sister and his wife. There was only one person standing there. West Virginia.
Oh,
shit. Damn, hey.
Oh God, you do Bubba, you don't do me.
Oh no.
I ain't even gonna touch
He's
that.
too damn
one.
good at it.
Goddamn.
I'm gonna have to think this shit up.
He must be from West Virginia.
Yeah, Rusty's from West Virginia.
Damn. No, I'm saying you must, because what, your cousin, auntie, uncle, what is it? With Murd, it's different.
You know what? My own grandpa or something like that.
Rusty, you better hurry up, move the Rusty, you better hurry up, move the Missouri.
My uncle's my grandpa.
Yeah, too bad you can't do a meetup in January. That's the next time I'll be out in St. Louis.
Yeah, screw St. Louis.
Oh, but that's where Ride of the Century happens.
Oh no, I was born in Missouri. There ain't shit out there.
Oh, God.
I got some family in Missouri. I don't know where the hell they are, but they're in Missouri. They talk about this misery.
Yeah, the army base I was born at is nicknamed Fort Lost in the Woods because the only thing that's out there is woods.
Nice.
Okay, I'm writing this shit down for my video here.
Oh,
Wait.
come on.
Rusty, do you remember?
That my sister's my wife? Yeah.
Yes. Do
You're like,
you remember
"Goddamn,
the
yeah."
live stream that we did when I had gotten out of the hospital and I was on the painkillers?
Yes.
Okay. Because that makes one of us.
Oh, fuck. You know that's right.
I had to watch that. I had to watch that 2 days later. I'm like, oh, Rusty did a live stream. And I watched it and I'm like, God damn, I was part of it.
You were the star, my friend. You were the star.
Oh, God. That was. Whew. Yeah, that was something special. Boy, you want to talk about not having a filter.
You've never had a filter.
Yeah, I know. So to take it to that
Isn't that
level
what
for
makes
me.
good videos?
Yeah, but if I remember correctly, and I don't remember who it was, I told them that I was going to cut their hair off and fuck them with a broomstick if they didn't.
See, there's different types of filters going on here, and you lost.
Yeah, I was just like, somebody said something, and I'm like, yeah, well, I'm getting ready to cut your hair off and fuck you with a broomstick. So what do you think about that? And I was like, oh, God. I watched this the next day, or like 2 days later. I'm like, oh, I was in there, and apparently I was pretty entertaining. Hopefully.
That's some shit.
Yeah, I was wrecked, man. I came out of the hospital. Like, I got out of the hospital that day, like, from a hole in my intestine. And I was just like,
fuck. So you were all up on painkillers and
like,
shit.
oh, yeah, I was, oh, dude, it was.
You were tanked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we were talking on Facebook. We're like, "Are you going to do the live stream?" You're like, "Oh hell yeah, I'm doing it."
You should have known something was up when I slurred my typing.
No shit. See, when that happens, when my friends text me with slurred typing, bro, I just ignore them. I'm like, hit me up tomorrow. But him, no, he's like, let's keep going. Fuck it.
Yeah, that was that one was something special.
Because it takes a few to get to get everybody's attitudes and everything correct. Get to know each other, and we had done them for months, every week. So we were a pretty close knit group then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of hoping to reinvent that because most of those guys, other than Road Rage and myself, have quit.
Yeah. I'll still send. I mean, it got to the point where we were just sending like random text messages to each other. It's just like, hey. But yeah, we were pretty tight knit. It was, yeah. I'm kind of hoping to reclaim that at some point with a good group.
That's legit. I hope this thing like keeps on going.
Well, Bubba come up with the idea of doing we brought back up and coming motovloggers. It's a Facebook group, so J Mac, I don't think you're in there, man. You need to join up. I don't think Fat Boy R6, you're in there either.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Yeah, Fat Boy's in there.
There you are. Damn it. Sorry. Getting late.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bubba had the idea of rotating it from channel to channel if we do them like every 2 weeks or a month or whatever.
Yeah, I'll definitely join up on that, man, because this is fun as hell, bro. I
Hell
enjoy
yeah.
doing this shit. And bro, man, I've been working so much lately. I just ain't got time for it. But tonight is my Saturday, you know, so I'm just having a few drinks, talking to some cool people, man, just having a good time.
Oh, who's that?
No,
have you got another live stream going that we don't know about?
Yeah, no, I got this little midget underneath my pants right here.
That's the only way I roll.
Why do you climb that 6'4" ass on that R3? I don't understand that.
Oh, dude, it looks like a monkey fucking a coconut.
Oh,
see, I can't even do it. He's too good.
But I mean, and honestly, unless I'm on an adventure bike, I pretty much make every bike look small.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, man, how do you ride that bike? You're so small. It's like, you're riding that little R3. You look so big on it. I'm like, I look big on an R1.
Look, how tall
I
are you
look
guys?
big on. I look big on an FZ07. I look big on. I mean, unless I'm on like an Africa Twin or like a BMW adventure bike,
like
I just make bikes
5
look
feet tall
small.
from the ass down.
I'm 6'3".
Well, I was giving you an inch. You should be glad.
Yeah, you tried that before, and I said no. I wasn't that drunk, so.
Wow.
Oh, damn, man.
Man, I swear to God, bro, that's some shit. Damn, I wish I hadn't been drinking so much. Jesus Christ. I remember this shit so I could tell other people.
But yeah, I mean, I've got like a 34-inch inseam, so I mean, anything, pretty much any bike that I stand over, I'm a stand over.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get off here, man. I'm gonna go get me something to eat and take a shower and do some other stuff.
All right, Fat Boy.
All right.
Take it
Have
easy.
a good night, brother, and we will catch up with you soon.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, bro, man. Have a good night, man.
Yeah, ride safe out there.
You too, bro. Be thinking about that roast video. Who you gonna tag?
Oh man, I don't know. I have to sit and think about it first.
Mine's gonna come out quick. I'm gonna record it tomorrow.
Hey, I'm not like I'm not like Road Rage. Road Rage be coming out right off the top of his head talking about some shit.
You got to write your
Oh yeah, God.
Get it already.
Motherfucker be talking.
You give me time to think. You give me time to think about it. I'm gonna lose friends.
I'm gonna unsub right now.
He'd be like, I'm gonna unfollow. I'm gonna block him on Facebook.
All right, man. You guys be good.
You too,
Take it
brother.
easy.
Have a good one.
All right, later.
Later, bro.
Later.
And then there were
Yeah, I
four.
gotta get out of here too, man. My son wants me to go and fly his drone with him. So, man, it was cool as hell meeting you guys, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks for coming.
Good hanging out with you, man.
Yeah,
Just let us know if you want in on the next one.
Hell yeah. Just I mean I know Bubba's gonna hit me up when we do this again, so we'll get it at it, man. I'll have a whole lot more beer. And we gonna
gotta have that.
Gotta have it, bro. All right, y'all. Have a good night, man.
Take it easy.
You too.
All right, later.
And then there are three.
Yep.
So should we talk about them now that they're gone? No.
We didn't say nothing about everybody while they were here.
They got worse.
Yeah, now we got
after they
to
left.
now we got to talk nice about them.
Oh, I love them all.
Oh yeah.
I do. That was fun.
They're
It's
like
definitely
my
fun.
sisters I want to marry.
Dude, we've been racking our brains trying to come up with baby names.
Oh, that sounds like a video. You should do a video on that and get some.
Yeah,
some
that's what I was
responses in the
thinking.
comments.
That's literally where you got mine.
What are you talking about?
From the movie, remember?
Yes, I got yours from a movie. Shut up.
I gave my standard response, and of course she shut it down. I knew she would, but I had to do it anyway for my standard response for a baby name. I threw it out for every kid so far, and I figured Pizza Pussy Santa, because everybody loves at least one of those things. And she was like, no. I'm like, all right, but I had to say it. So I mean, my oldest was easy. That kid was named, 20 years before I met my wife, and she thought it was a cool name. So I was like, yep, if I ever have a kid, boy, this is what it's going to be. And she's like, awesome name. So I figured Lucas, for the first name after Luke Skywalker. Matthew, my first name. So, I mean, there you go. That one was easy. Archer was a little tougher to come up with, but we pulled that one off. One of our favorite planes and one of Richard Hammond's favorite cars. So we wound up naming him Archer Oliver. So
Okay, not bad.
So
well, since there's nobody watching now, I can go ahead and say I've got 4 kids, and I only had to say in one of their names. Her, so that's Gia, my little mini me.
And I'll tell you honestly, that's one of the names I was thinking about throwing out there to her. I'd be like, Gia? But then that gets, my sister-in-law is Regina, and they call her Gina. So it's like Gina, Gia. But then my mom gets Regina and Janine mixed up. So, my mom's also in her 80s, so she gets a whole hell of a lot more than that mixed up. So,
yeah, I remember when Gia was born, my mom was pissed off at the hospital. She's like, "Why would you name her Gia?" Said, "Mom, I picked that name out." Oh, okay, whatever.
Well, I'll tell you that when Archer was born, we were still trying to come up with names. And I was kind of sold on Archer, and Janine's like, you named Luke. I need to come up with a name for this one. And everything that we tried, it was the day that we were leaving the hospital with him. We were in there 2 days. It was the day that we were leaving the hospital that we came up with his name. That she's finally like, what about this? And I was like, yeah. She's like, I really like it. So Archer Oliver. So that's what we got. And now, anytime I say anything, I was thinking about Piper for this one, and she's not 100% sold on it. So
that's a pretty cool name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But then, she's like, really? Piper Archer? I'm like, yeah, Piper and Archer. She's like, are we just naming all of our kids after planes now, or? And I'm like, well, it's a Piper Archer. It's one of my favorite planes. So Piper's the manufacturer, Archer's the model. So I'm like, what about Piper Arrow? She's like, Arrow's a cool name. And then she's like, what do you think about the name Arrow? And I'm like, I love the name Arrow. We cannot name our kid Arrow. And she's like, why not? And I'm like, say it out loud. She's like, Arrow Smith. God damn it.
would be cool though. Well, maybe not nowadays.
Not
No.
if you fucking hate Aerosmith. I mean,
What's wrong with Aerosmith?
if I'm gonna name the kid after music that I listen to, it's gonna be like, what'd you name the baby? Cannibal Corpse. You know, what's the baby's name?
What do you listen to?
What's the baby's name? It's like Black Crown Initiate. No, that one's really not going to work as well.
Better than Five Finger the Death Punch.
Well, one of my favorite bands was called Fuck, I'm Dead. So, needless to say, that one got immediately thrown out for possible baby names. She was also not a fan of Dillinger Escape Plan for the baby. Guar had gotten shut down. Rancid's not a real good baby name.
What was that? The girl that your mom come in. What did they name that baby? The baby's name? The one that had the. Oh shit! It was funny as shit.
I don't know. There was Icedy, Kamale, there was Anita, and there's another one.
Placenta was one.
Yes.
I mean,
was another
people
one.
really come up with some crazy names for their kids. It's like they hate them.
Did you say Senta?
No, placenta.
Oh, there's one named Shafiq, literally spelled like.
What was it?
Shafiq. Literally spelled
yeah, I've
like.
seen that. I've seen that name a few times.
Like
it was funny because, working in the area that I do, there's some very interesting names, and
I'm sure
there was a girl that was. Her name was L.E., and then there was like a hyphen A. So I was like, Leah,
Ladasha.
I'm like, Leah? She's like, it's Ladasha. And I'm like, oh, fuck me. I'm like, that's not cool that you did that, lady. Like, you cannot name your kid Ladasha and not spell out the word dash. You cannot put a dash in for your child's name.
I had one of those in Tennessee. I actually went to school with a girl. Ladasha. And then there's another girl named Christmas Eve Snow.
That's pretty cool.
No, it isn't.
No, I like that.
No, it was not cute. It was bad.
Yeah, so names are kind of like, there's a whole lot of interesting ones around here, and there's a whole lot of them that I'm not going to use.
Ladasha. That's just insane.
Absida.
What?
How do you spell it? A-B-C-D-E.
Didn't your mom have one of those come into the clinic too? Yep.
Mom gets a lot of interesting people.
Yeah, but she doesn't work in the best part of the state either.
Okay.
Heroin capital of the world, I believe.
The Rite Aid across the street got robbed while she was working.
Any help?
No.
Yeah, my wife's a nurse, and she's got some really cool stories. And I wish I could, but due to regulations and HIPAA and all that bullshit, I can't. I want to vlog about them because of how funny they are.
Yep.
Yeah, some of them I do
Hamburger
slip
Man?
out. Yeah, Hamburger Man. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Right after I do my roast, Road Rage, and Bubba. Yeah, that's my next video. Which I think Road Rage is about like me, aren't you? You go out with just nothing in mind and just boom, that's what you got.
I do a lot of things with nothing in mind, trust me.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of times I'll just be like riding around and an idea will pop into my head and it's like, oh, okay, let's talk about this. But
well, see, I just ride around and start rambling and then not even realize what I've said until I get home and start going through it. I'm like, oh, that's kind of funny. I'll use that part. I'll do this.
Yeah, I do that as well.
What about you, Bubba? Do you actually come up with a topic, or you just go out and roll?
It depends. Like if there's actually something like really pressing on me, then I'll come up with a topic. But like most of the time, I just go out and ride, and then eventually something will come to me.
Yeah, there's a lot of times I'll do topics, but not always.
I'm very rare on that. Well, Bubba, you've gained 5 subscribers so far on this one. Pretty cool.
I gained 7 from tonight.
Oh, 7?
Yeah, 7.
Ooh.
I was like, holy shit.
Awesome.
Let's see. Oh, dope. It went back down. Never mind then.
Someone didn't like something that was said.
Yeah. No, I was at like 60, 61 earlier.
Yeah, I'm showing 60 right now on you.
No, it's saying 57 for me.
Let me refresh this. No, it says 61.
Okay. Maybe my shit's wrong then.
And Joker stopped in to say, holy shit, this is still going?
Yes, this is still going.
We got to have something to do, right?
Yep.
Oh, I'm going to roast his ass first. That's the bad part. You can't get into a battle like that with the roast with Road Rage because he's just going to slam us all.
Oh, yeah. We're all screwed. There's no holding back.
You need to do it, Road Rage, because you can come off with some shit that's just insane.
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm known for at work, too.
One bad man? Night. You check the weather for tomorrow?
I can't believe my mother liked that. What?
Yeah, put the scenes on charge, just in case it doesn't rain.
I hate to say it and break your heart, but I hope it does.
If it rains, I've got to go to work, so shut up.
What? You don't
Sorry.
like your work?
You know how many hours I've worked in the past 2 weeks? And I don't get paid by the hour.
I'd quit.
I get paid decently, though, so.
Ah, okay. As much as I hate to, my battery's at 9%, and thank you, Apple, for not putting a headset jack on this phone, so I can't charge it while I'm using it. And my only Bluetooth is in my helmet, and it's 90 degrees, and I'm not wearing my freaking helmet with... Oh. Is this the police? What do we have going here?
What did you do now?
I didn't do anything. It's down at the neighbors. Oh, no.
Grab on a couple AKs and run down there and see if you can be of assistance.
There you go.
Don't worry, boys. I'm your backup.
I think it was just his brother coming home. I was like, hey, what do we got going here? Nothing exciting. Nothing worth turning on the camera and vlogging. But I'm going to jump off here as well and call it a night and jump in the shower and go and, I won't say enjoy work tomorrow, but go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I got an early morning. Freaking 2-hour drive.
Well, guys, I hope you had much fun driving.
Oh, yeah, it was
I had a blast, man. It was awesome.
We'll have to plan up the next one. Hopefully it'll go even better than this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this one went pretty well. Much better than the last one we did.
Oh yeah, I'm not discussing that.
It never happened.
It never happened.
It never happened.
Bubba,
All right.
Bubba, if you have not seen that one,
Oh, I was
please
there
go
for
to
the last one.
He was there.
Were you there for the beginning part?
I
where
was. I heard the rant. I heard the rant. Oh God.
That's right. You were watching for that one. Yeah, that was. I forgot about that. I forgot that you were watching that one.
Yep.
Yeah,
It wasn't pretty.
Daddy lost his filter.
It wasn't pretty, but it was very funny.
It was very funny.
Yeah, it's kind of what I do. So
that's your thing.
Yep.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
All right, y'all take it easy.
Definitely.
You
Take
too.
it easy. If I get bored at work, I'll send a bunch of inappropriate text messages.
Oh God.
So.
All right, later, guys.
All right, take care, guys. Have a good night. Thanks everybody for watching.
All right.